Hello, my friends, and welcome to the GoPro World Tour Spanish Speaking Edition. I'm excited to have you. I'm looking forward to this experience. I hope you're looking forward to it. And let me tell you some of the details on this event. It's going to be in 3 sessions of approximately 1 hour each. We'll take a little break between each of those 3 sessions to be able to let you refresh yourself during this process. But I'm excited to be able to provide this to you in the Spanish speaking language because it was a wild success when we did this in English speaking, but there's such a huge community and network marketing is exploding in the Spanish speaking world. I mean, literally around the world. So much growth, so much momentum, so much excitement, so much success. And you're a big part of it. So I'm excited to be able to bring you some value. We have a lot of special guests over the course of these 3 hours. You're going to hear from Sir Richard Branson, the owner of Virgin Airlines, Virgin Galactic, all the Virgin brands, one of the most dominant entrepreneurs in the world. You're going to hear from Bob Proctor. If you ever heard of the movie The Secret, You Were Born Rich is one of his books. He's literally a living legend. You'll hear from him. Ivan Tapia, Brendan Burchard, Yothi Vavaropoulos, I hope I got the name right. Armando Christian Perez, also known as Pitbull, one of the most powerful performing artists in the world. Carlos Parra, Pete Vargas on how to tell your story. Ada Caballero, Les Brown, another living legend. You're going to hear from Luis Purchase, Fraser Brooks on social media. 3 things you can do right now to improve your social media game. My bride, Marina Worre, Antonio Martinez, and Tony Robbins. All over the course of these 3 hours. So excited to be able to bring that to you. Like I said, we'll take a couple breaks along the way. And also, as we get started, I will let you know that while we don't have all of our products available, network marketing training products available in Spanish, we do have 2 that are available to you, and we'll let you know about those over the course of these 3 hours. One is our most popular course we've ever sold, How to Recruit 20 People in 30 Days. We have a Spanish-speaking version available. You'll see a button connected to this page somewhere where you can learn more about this product. It is in Spanish. And we have a social media mastery course, how to master the game of social media inside of network marketing. That's also available in Spanish. Okay, so we'll be letting you know about that over the course of these 3 hours. Anytime you're ready or during the break or anything else, you can click on the buttons and you can learn more about it. Okay, I know you're going to get tremendous value. So let me give you a little bit of introduction as we get going. Who I am. Like I said, my name is Eric Worre. I've been involved in the network marketing profession since 1988. So a long time, 32 years. I've been involved in this profession. Started off as kind of a desperate young man trying to figure out what I was going to do with my life. I always hoped that I would have success in my life, but at a very early age, I was a little nervous that it was not going to happen for me. I was not a very good student in school. I graduated high school, was not a good enough student to go to college. And I started going through a lot of dead-end jobs. And by age 22, I counted it up one time. I had 18 different jobs by the time I was 22 years old. So I went bouncing around, trying to figure out what I was going to do with my life. And the last job I had prior to getting involved in network marketing was working in real estate. And the only reason I was working in real estate is because my father had partnered up with a gentleman by the name of John Joyce. John was one of my early mentors, and they went into real estate, and they asked me if I would be willing to get my real estate license to show some of the properties that they owned. So I did. And I remember like it was yesterday. It was January of 1988. I'm sitting at my desk in my little real estate office, and John Joyce came up to my desk and said, "Eric, I think I have a way for us to make some extra money." So, which was music to my ears, because I needed money desperately. And we got in the car and we drove to his friend's home, and they showed this videotape that explained network marketing. And originally, at the very first, I was uninterested, but I changed my opinion after some discussion and finally decided to get involved in this network marketing profession. And it was one of the moments that changed my life. Getting involved in network marketing gave me a career. It gave me a path to start to run on. And I would love to tell you that my network marketing career was a straight shot to the moon. You know, it's super successful. I started at the very beginning and I immediately started making money, but that really wouldn't be the truth. I struggled for my first 3.5 years. I'd build my organization and fall apart. I'd build again and fall apart. And I didn't quite know what to do to experience a breakthrough. And I found that one of my mentors told me early on, never miss an event. Whether it's an online event or an in-person event, never miss a convention, a conference. So I listened to that, and I always showed up at events, and I found that events, even events like this, helped to reframe my mind, to tune myself up, and to do what's necessary in order to be able to go to the next level, or at least survive. So I remember sitting at this event 3 years into my network marketing career, and I'm watching speaker after speaker go across the stage, and something clicked in my mind. And I said, what if I decide to become a network marketing professional? Instead of just being a distributor, what if I decide to be a pro? What if I decide to go all out? What if I decide to become an expert? And I got to tell you something. My dominating emotion up until that moment in my network marketing experience, my dominating emotion was fear. Fear that I wasn't enough, fear that I was in the wrong group, fear that I didn't have the right products, fear that I couldn't speak other languages, all kinds of different fear. And when I made the decision to become an expert, the fear left my body. And I said, you know what? I have a plan. I'm going to learn the skills in my mind and in practice. I'm going to learn the skills necessary to become a network marketing professional. And that's what I decided to do. And I will tell you, one thing as we start this session together, it's that decision that will change everything for you. That decision to become a professional, that decision to become an expert is going to change the game for you. So I hope either you're ready to make that decision now, or at some point during this time together, during this GoPro World Tour, you'll be ready to make that decision. Now, for the last 11 years, I've been working as kind of an unofficial upline to the entire network marketing world. I've been a friend, an ambassador, a coach, a trainer. I released the book GoPro, 7 Steps to Becoming a Network Marketing Professional. And GoPro has sold over 3 million copies around the world, a very big percentage of those Spanish speaking. So I hope you've had a chance to read GoPro or listen to the audiobook in Spanish for that book. And that book helped to kind of create a mindset of becoming a professional for more people. And we've produced thousands of videos, and we host big events around the world. And my goal is to raise the bar, raise the professionalism of network marketing around the world, because I believe that while what we do is not perfect, it's still better. It's better than any other form of entrepreneurship in the world, especially with what's going on in the world. People need to have the ability to be able to work from home. So I made the decision to become a professional. I mastered the skills. And one of the biggest things I did is I got coaches. I'm a big believer in coaches. I'm a big believer in virtual learning. I'm a big believer in online courses, online events that I could use to be able to sharpen my game. I believe that time machines actually exist. You know, a time machine that you can step into a time machine and you can immediately be 1 year smarter without being 1 year older. That's a pretty cool thing. That's what a coach can give you. That's what a course can give you. That's what a book can give you. You can read a book. You can take a book like this. You could read a book like this, and you could be 6 months smarter without being 6 months older. That's a pretty powerful thing. That's what I hope this GoPro World Tour is for you, is a little bit of a time machine as we move forward. So let's do this. To start this experience, I want to introduce you to one of my friends. He is one of the most iconic entrepreneurs in the world. He loves network marketing, and he's here to share some ideas with you. Ladies and gentlemen, Sir Richard Branson.
Screw it, just get on and do it and have a blast. He doesn't know how to dress, does he?
I know, I didn't know where to go with this.
Hang on a minute. What have I got in my pocket? They're not very big, but they're big enough, I think. You have to first of all say, well, what is an entrepreneur? An entrepreneur is somebody who thinks that they have an idea that can improve other people's lives, and then says, you know, screw it, I'm going to do it, and gets on and does it. You need to surround yourself with brilliant people. And a good entrepreneur tries to find better people than themselves. Being an entrepreneur need not be lonely if you are the kind of person that embraces the team of people around you. I think it's fantastic that 80% of network marketers are women, and network marketing gives so many women the chance to have a family, work from home, make some extra money on the side. All of you are making a real difference to so many women's lives all over the world. In the end, I think the product that you're selling speaks for itself, and I think word of mouth is absolutely key.
You know, you may well fall flat on your face, but then pick yourself up, keep trying until you succeed.
So that's Richard Branson talking about network marketing. And I think, you know, when you listen to some of these great world leaders, it's going to give you a good perspective as to how credible our profession is. And I've got to tell you, what's going on in the network marketing community around the world right now is literally like nothing I've ever seen in my lifetime. I've been in this profession for 32 years. I've never seen growth, excitement, momentum like I see right now. And I think for a lot of different reasons. I mean, one of the reasons is people are looking for opportunities and ways to be able to work from home. People want to be able to work for themselves, but in many cases, they can't do it unless they're working from home. Network marketing provides a way for people to be able to do that. That's why you're seeing record sales, record recruiting, record growth. The advantages of network marketing, especially now, are enormous. No background required, no education required, right? The support is provided. There's a community. There's, you know, all the benefits. It's flexible. It doesn't discriminate. But what it does do is it provides an opportunity for people. And I will tell you, the only 3 things you need to be successful in network marketing, 3 things. You need to be willing to do the work. You need to be coachable. You need to listen to other people that have gone before you and have learned some things and can share them with you. And you need to be hungry. You need to be hungry. If you're hungry enough, network marketing can provide an incredible opportunity for you. Hungry, coachable, and willing. That's all you need. You don't need anything else. Okay? So if you're hungry, coachable, and willing, or if you know people who are, it's time to go. I want to introduce you to another friend of mine. His name is Bob Proctor. If you ever saw the movie The Secret, he's one of the prominent figures in that movie. He's been teaching people around the world for decades. And he's another person who is absolutely in love with the network marketing model. And he's here to share some of that with you. His name is Bob Proctor. So check him out.
Hello and welcome. I'm Bob Proctor, the chairman of the Proctor Gallagher Institute. And it's a real pleasure for me to be able to take part in this GoPro World Tour that Eric Worre is putting on. And you deserve to be congratulated, Eric, for doing this, especially at this time. Sandy Varvel, Eric's executive producer, had contacted me and explained what Eric was doing, and he had asked if I would like to participate. Well, you know, the world is going through such an enormous transition right now. And you'll often hear people say, you know, one person can't change the world. But I'm going to tell you something. One person changed my world 59 years ago. It was in 1961, a man gave me this book, Think and Grow Rich. And he said, Bob, if you'll do exactly what I tell you and follow the principles that are laid out in this book, he said, you can have anything you want. Now, I'm going to be very honest, I did not believe that. I was unhappy, I was sick, I was broke. I mean, I was going in the wrong direction. That man literally changed the course of my life. Well, you know, there's a lot of people mentally that are in the space that I was in October 1961. And I believe you are in the position as a network marketer to help them change the situation they're in. You know, Wallace Wattles in The Science of Getting Rich, on chapter 7, on the very first page, he said the entire process of mental adjustment and atonement can be summed up in one word: gratitude. Every morning I sit down and I write out 10 things I'm grateful for. I do it without fail every morning. That started a long time ago. You know, that day in October 1961 is a day that I'll never forget because it literally changed my life. We know that the world is going through a change right now. It's a phenomenal change. And there's a lot of people that are wandering around in the mental state that I was in back in 1961. I was scared. I was lost. My whole focus was on myself. That's all I could think about. And Ray Stanford changed that. Now, I've been in this business, as I say, for 59 years. I am frequently asked, Bob, if you were starting over, what would you do? Like that. I give them the same answer every time. I would join a network marketing company. Because I really believe the network marketing industry has done more for the world than any other single industry. It will help anyone become an entrepreneur. It will help anyone fulfill their dreams that will follow the rules that are laid down very clearly by everyone that has ever won in network marketing. Napoleon Hill lays them down in Think and Grow Rich. Well, I want to suggest that you're in a position today to help a lot of people. You may be wondering, how are you going to fare out of this whole thing? You're going to do fine if you form the attitude, I'm here now to serve. I'm here now to help, because you've got a phenomenal opportunity. There's all kinds of people losing their work. They're losing their jobs. They're scared. They don't know what to do. I believe you're in the position to help them. Network marketing is without question one of the most incredible concepts that ever come down the pike. Anyone with a little bit of ink and a couple of dollars like that, and they're in business for themselves. It's a phenomenal opportunity. Think of this for a moment. If we let the sand in this glass represent our life, the sand in the top of the glass represents the future. You know, if you just hold my book up there, you don't know how much sand you have left in the top of the glass. We do know what's in the bottom. That's the past. It's gone. When I was a little kid, my grandmother used to always be saying, I'll soon be gone, dear, I'll soon be gone. Well, you know, it got to a point where we thought Grandma was never going to go. Grandma thought she only had a little bit of sand in the top of the glass. Turned out she actually had a lot. She would have been around 60 when I remember starting to hear that. Grandma didn't leave us till she was 94, and the angels just came and took her away one night. She thought she had a little, she had a lot. Now, I jumped around with another young guy named Bob Yates when I was 16 years old. If you had asked Bob how much time he had left, he'd say at least a half a century. Bob didn't have a half an hour. He was coming into Kingston Road Highway in Toronto in his panel truck, hit the abutment of a bridge, and his life was snuffed out. See, we really don't know how much time we have left, but we do know where we are right now. That's all we've got. That's all we can count on is right here, right now. If you will make up your mind that you're going to do the best you can do right now, help as many people as you can. It's not hard to find somebody that's looking for help. The vast majority of the world is scared. They are really afraid. They're looking for direction. They're looking for an opportunity. You've got one to give them. I would recommend anybody go into network marketing. It's such a phenomenal concept. You can become financially independent. I know so many people who are worth millions of dollars today that started with nothing. But someone, the same as Ray Stanford sat down with me with this book, someone came and gave them the opportunity. I want to suggest you do that. You make up your mind right now that you're going to do what you know you can do. Do it one at a time, right now. One person can change the world. One person changed my world. I want to congratulate Eric on what he's doing, and I want to congratulate you on what you're doing. I believe network marketing is the most phenomenal profession that you're going to find. And I'm glad that I work around so many network marketers. This is Bob Proctor, and thank you.
So that's my friend Bob Proctor, and thank you, Bob, for sharing your ideas with us. What Bob would tell you and what I'll tell you is mindset's everything. If you want to be successful in network marketing or in any aspect of life, you have to change the way you think. And the biggest challenge you've got with thinking when you enter into the network marketing arena is most people have been trained to think like an employee for their whole life. And if you want to change your thinking, you need to stop thinking like an employee and you need to start thinking like an entrepreneur. Employees think about work as something to get away from. Entrepreneurs think about work as something to create. It's their passion, it's creation, it's purpose, it's meaning. So they're looking to get to work, not to get away from work. Employees will look for support. Where's my support? Entrepreneurs will create the support. Employees are afraid of risk. Entrepreneurs embrace risk. Employees think about investment as something scary. Entrepreneurs are willing to step in and invest their time, energy, effort, heart, soul in order to be able to create something new. So I want you to think about how you think, because if you sit back in your network marketing career and you think like an employee, you're going to get very, very small results. But if you learn to think like an entrepreneur, that's why I would encourage you, listen to these entrepreneurs. Listen to people like Bob Proctor. Listen to people like Richard Branson. Listen to some of the people we've got coming up for you, some of the people involved in the field and other people, other thought leaders around the world, and pay attention to how they think. Read books about entrepreneurs, right? Listen to interviews from entrepreneurs. Listen to how they think. Start to rewire your mind so you start thinking like an entrepreneur. So our next speaker that we have is a friend of mine, Ivan Tapia. He's an incredible entrepreneur inside of network marketing. He's going to be providing some key training on how you can think bigger, how you can dream bigger, how you can embrace change, and how you can change your life with network marketing. So Ivan, take it away.
¿Qué tal a cada uno de ustedes? Les saluda aquí Iván Tapia y primero que nada quiero agradecerle a Eric Worre y a toda la familia de GoPro por tener esta plataforma de alto rendimiento, de alto entrenamiento para cada una de las personas de Latinoamérica y de habla hispana con resultados increíbles en la industria en redes de mercadeo. Gracias Eric y a toda la familia. Y pues bueno, tengo el gran privilegio y responsabilidad de compartirles a cada uno de ustedes, obviamente, parte de nuestra historia y cómo tú también puedes llegar a cambiar tu estilo de vida y tus resultados gracias a esa tremenda industria en redes de mercadeo. Como siempre lo comparto, redes de mercadeo definitivamente ha salvado mi vida y la ha llevado al siguiente nivel. Todo comenzó en el año 2008, cuando recién perdí mi empleo el 12 de diciembre, ingeniero civil de profesión de la ciudad de Tijuana, México originario. Mi esposa administradora de empresas y también acaba de perder su empleo. Obviamente perdimos la casa, perdimos uno de los dos autos y nos tuvimos que regresar a vivir a la casa de mis padres, junto obviamente con mi esposa, mi niña y mis dos perritos Pugs que acababan de tener 5 perritos Pugs. Imagínate nada más. Y eso a mí me llevó obviamente a abrir la mente, elevar mi nivel de conciencia y decir, ¿qué más hay? Plan B, plan C, diversificar. Y gracias a un gran amigo que se llama Steven, me agarra y me invita a escuchar una oportunidad de redes de mercadeo. En el año 2009 tomamos la decisión de iniciar en esa tremenda industria. Ahora, para serles sinceros, no fue de la noche a la mañana, fue un proceso en crecimiento, fue un proceso en lograr lo que son los resultados. De hecho, llegamos a tardar cerca de casi 3 años para lograr ganar $1,000 al mes en esta industria. Pero después de ahí entendimos principios básicos, importantísimos, que logró cambiar lo que es mi forma de ver los negocios, mi forma de hacer redes de mercadeo, una forma profesional. Y de hecho, después de 3 años llegar a ganar $1,000 al mes, estábamos hablando de que prácticamente un año después estábamos cerca de $20,000 al mes. Y de hecho fue en un proceso que ya trabajábamos como ingeniero civil otra vez. Entonces te comparto cómo fue el proceso que nos fuimos a $20,000 al mes un año después. Y después de un año estábamos en $100,000 al mes. Y obviamente el día de hoy estamos ganando lo que ganamos en aquel entonces al mes. Lo estamos ganando prácticamente cada 2 días. Y no te lo digo por presumir ni nada, ni mucho menos, porque no se trata de eso. El día de hoy, más importante que eso, me da muchísimo gusto y alegría a tanto lo que son ya cientos de personas, arriba de 150, 200 personas aproximadamente en toda nuestra organización que están generando arriba de $10,000 mensuales y entre ellos arriba de 14, 15 personas que están ganando arriba de $100,000 mensuales. Entonces te voy a compartir qué cambió. ¿Qué cambió en Iván Tapia en aquel entonces, en el año 2011, que el día de hoy obviamente tenemos resultados increíbles? Espero que tomes notas de toda esta información. Es información muy básica, pero aplicada todos los días. Y de eso obviamente comenzamos a desarrollar éxito. Mira, para el éxito hay 2 cosas, hay 2 tipos de habilidades. Una es la habilidad física y otra es la habilidad espiritual. Y la habilidad física son las habilidades técnicas de lo que eso es como invitar, cómo presentar, cómo cerrar, cómo dar presentaciones, ¿verdad? Es aprender cómo ser un profesional, cómo promover eventos, cómo edificar, cómo invitar, etcétera, etcétera. Y las habilidades espirituales son las que no se ven, es lo que es el desarrollo personal, la mentalidad del éxito. Y eso es lo que te voy a enseñar ahorita el día de hoy. Y lo aprendí de un libro que se llama Piense y hágase rico de Napoleón Hill y se llama lo que son los 6 pasos en cómo convertir todo lo que tú deseas en oro, como si fuera lo que es el toque de Midas, todo lo que tú puedas pensar y sentir, imagínate que se haga una realidad. Obviamente la primera vez que escuché esto decía, eso es mentira, ¿no? ¿Cómo puede ser realidad eso? Y vamos a comenzar. Paso número 1, que una cosa que yo personalmente tuve que hacer en el año 2011 es definir exactamente lo que yo quería. No más o menos, definirlo exactamente lo que yo quería. Entonces definí, a ver, ¿qué es lo que yo quiero? Y en aquellos momentos, ¿verdad? Como te dije, estuve cerca de unos 2 años desempleados. Agarramos otro empleo como ingeniero civil en el aeropuerto de San Diego. De hecho, tengo un video en YouTube cuando despido a mi jefe, ¿verdad? En aquel entonces, lo que es viernes 13 de julio del año 2012. Pero te comparto que escuché una frase de Jim Rohn que decía, trabaja tiempo completo en tu empleo, medio tiempo en tu fortuna, hasta que tu fortuna sea 3 a 4 veces más que tu empleo. Entonces puse una meta. A ver, si yo gano $6,000 al mes como ingeniero civil, $72,000 al año como ingeniero civil en ese entonces, en ese empleo, en Estados Unidos, con $70,000 en deudas, para lograr eliminar esas deudas, tendría que trabajar como 9 años para alguien más. Pero lo que pasa es que me dije, a ver, ganar lo que son 3 o 4 veces más o menos vendrían siendo $20,000 al mes. Entonces puse una meta exactamente de $20,000 al mes. Ahora, no por el dinero la gente se mueve. La gente no se mueve por dinero. La gente se mueve por lo que va a lograr con el dinero. Entonces yo me puse la meta y dije, a ver, ¿qué voy a lograr con $20,000 al mes? Despedir al jefe, de repente también comprar el carro de mi esposa, que ella quiere, que una Mercedes ML350 en aquel entonces, comprarnos una casa, que no, obviamente estamos viendo la casa de mis padres y habíamos perdido la otra casa, ¿verdad? En foreclosure, y luego de repente también nos pusimos la meta de ver unas vacaciones para mi esposa, no habíamos ido a Cancún, no habíamos ido a Venecia. Yo me imaginaba levantándome en la mañana para desayunar con mi niña o cenar con ella, porque yo la verdad no tenía relación con ella más que de noche, no la veía durante el día. Entonces puse eso y te comparto que todos los días mi motor, mi energía, lo que me llenaba era enfocarme en los sueños, enfocarme en las metas. Y te voy a decir cómo obviamente logramos todavía maximizar, el entender, el tener certeza total, claridad total de exactamente lo que tú quieres. Porque si tú no tienes certeza total, si no sabes exactamente lo que quieres, va a trabajar para alguien que sí sabe lo que quiere. Va a trabajar para alguien que sí sabe el carro que quiere, las vacaciones que él quiere, el estilo de vida que él quiere, la casa que él quiere. Y como no, tú no sabes, va a trabajar para alguien, ¿verdad? Y él te va a pagar, obviamente, para la casa que te alcance, el carro que te alcance, las vacaciones que te alcance. Y yo tomé esa decisión, espérame, yo no puedo depender ya de un gobierno, una economía en aquel entonces, 2008, cuando fue la recesión en Estados Unidos. Adivina qué, hoy está pasando algo muy similar, otra recesión. Y eso te tiene que hacer pensar, significa que va a haber ciclos siempre. Y si va a haber ciclos, tienes que estar preparado para ello. Paso número 2 de cómo convertir todo lo que tú deseas en oro. Escribe exactamente también lo que vas a dar a cambio, lo que vas a sacrificar. Todo sacrificio simplemente temporal, no es por el resto de tu vida. Entonces escribe, a ver, voy a dar a cambio. Yo escribí, por ejemplo, dar a cambio deportes. Me encantan los deportes. No vi 4 años seguidos lo que son las finales de la NBA, las finales de la MLB, el Supertazón, nada de mis deportes favoritos. Por ejemplo, también lo que son carnes asadas, asados, los dejé. Antes era el primero en llegar y el último en irme. Después comencé a ser el último en llegar y el primero en irme. Porque entendía que tenía reuniones antes de ahí o después de ahí, ¿verdad? El siguiente día. Y tenía que levantarme temprano con toda la energía y con toda la fuerza. De repente también teníamos reuniones con amigos, o de repente también nos entreteníamos haciendo diferentes cosas también, como cine, etcétera, etcétera. Y vine que todo lo bloqueé porque dije, espérame, no lo estoy haciendo al nivel que lo quiero hacer. Yo me merezco un estilo de vida 5 estrellas. Mi familia se merece un estilo de vida 5 estrellas. Mi niña, mis papás, mis suegros, mis hermanos, todos se merecen un estilo de vida 5 estrellas. Y alguien tiene que poner el ejemplo. Porque obviamente mientras vas en camino, mucha gente te decía, ay, pero ahí vas otra vez a hacer reuniones, ahí vas otra vez a hacer presentaciones, ahí vas otra vez a entretenerte. Claro que sí, lo tengo que hacer porque tengo una meta definida y puse obviamente mis sueños y mis metas antes de cualquier distracción, antes de cualquier desenfoque. Porque obviamente eso es lo que te va a ayudar a impulsarte y a crecer. Número 3, tener metas definidas. Exactamente qué es lo que vas a lograr. Entonces yo escribí, te lo comparto, escríbelo tú también. En estos momentos, tómate el tiempo. A ver, ¿cuánto vas a ganar este mes? Yo lo escribí, ¿cuánto voy a ganar este mes? ¿Cuánto voy a ganar el próximo mes? Mes tras mes, escribía las cantidades que iba a ganar. Mes tras mes, hasta el día de hoy. Sigo escribiendo cuánto voy a ganar, cuánta gente estamos ayudando, cuántos negocios vamos a estar desarrollando, cuánto vamos a estar diversificando. Hasta el día de hoy, todavía hasta el día de hoy, anoto exactamente mes tras mes cómo va a estar creciendo nuestro negocio. Si así lo hacen los empresarios. Número 4, plan de acción. Me acuerdo que en aquel entonces escuché, bien sencillo, asegúrate de estar haciendo 3 presentaciones diarias. Eso significa 90 presentaciones al mes. Eso significa cerca de 1000 presentaciones al año. Y dije, ok, si eso es lo que toma, voy a hacer mínimo 1000 presentaciones al año. Y ahí me dijeron, si tú haces 1000 presentaciones en un año, te vas a hacer millonario al año. Significa ganar $1 millón al año. Y comenzamos a correr. Te comparto que no fue un año realmente, tardamos un poquito más, tardamos 2 años, pero algo que te puedo decir es que nunca perdió la disciplina. La disciplina le gana a la inteligencia. Entonces, si obviamente mi ritmo de trabajo, mi ética de trabajo, posiblemente no soy el más inteligente, la persona que soy demasiado creativa nada más, no, pero soy la persona que tiene una ética de trabajo espectacular y me pongo una meta, me pongo un sueño y no dejo de trabajar hasta que lo logre. Y así de sencillo, despacio que llevo prisa. Y paso número 5, me decían, escribe una meta. Y dice, en los 6 pasos, cómo convertir todo lo que tú deseas en oro, escribe una manifestación, un enunciado. Y ahí dice, todo se escribe con estoy tan feliz y agradecido ahora que soy. Y lo escribes, ¿qué es lo que tú deseas? Y entonces yo escribí, ok, yo estoy tan feliz y agradecido ahora que estoy ganando $20,000 al mes, que tengo la casa de sueños de mi esposa, que tenemos las vacaciones de nuestros sueños, que tenemos tiempo para mi familia, que despedí a mi jefe. Y luego el paso número 6 dice, repítetelo 2 veces en la mañana y 2 veces en la noche. Pero yo escuché, repítetelo 100 veces. Me acuerdo que la primera vez que lo escuché, te voy a ser 100% sincero, no lo creí. No lo creí, yo agarré y dije, repetirlo ¿cuántas veces? Hasta lo contaba. Estoy tan feliz y agradecido, 1, estoy tan feliz y agradecido, 2, tan feliz y agradecido, 3. Pero ¿sabes lo que llegó a pasar? Interesantemente, como a las 3, 4 semanas, después de estarlo repitiendo y posiblemente no lo estaba sintiendo al 100, de repente una persona de la nada me agarra y me manda un mensaje de Italia. Me manda un mensaje de Italia y me dice, oye Iván, vi una presentación tuya. Y yo, ¿cuál presentación? Una que yo había grabado, la verdad para mi gusto, un poquito feíta, ¿verdad? Por internet, por YouTube. Y me dijo, me gustó. Y yo? Me dijo, sí. Tú me inspiras, quiero entrar contigo. Y yo, ¿de dónde me conoces? De Facebook. Yo, de Facebook. Yo casi no tenía seguidores. Me ponían 1 o 2 likes. Mi mamá y mi esposa. Realmente yo decía, ¿cómo puede ser que esta persona le impacté, le inspiré? Y ya le entró y comenzó a correr. Y te voy a ser sincero, la persona agarró y entró al primer mes o al segundo mes, posiblemente abandonó el negocio. Pero te voy a decir lo mágico que pasó. Al siguiente día, después de que se firmó, yo todavía estaba, ¿pero por qué se firmó esta persona? Y me acuerdo que empecé a hacer mis afirmaciones y estoy tan feliz y agradecido ahora que soy un líder que está ganando $20,000 al mes. Y luego la siguiente afirmación, aquí te va. Estoy tan feliz y agradecido ahora que atraigo líderes a nivel internacional. Y cuando lo dije, porque lo decía, estoy tan feliz ahora que traigo líderes. Por eso se inscribió este muchacho. ¿Y sabes lo que pasó ahí después de mágico? Dije, ¿sabes qué? Si lo llego a escribir y ahora me lo llego a creer, se va a hacer realidad. Lo que llego a crear en la mente se va a lograr tener en la mano. Y empecé a repetirlo con más fuerza. Y estoy tan feliz y agradecido ahora que gano $20,000 al mes. Y estoy tan feliz y agradecido ahora que traigo líderes a nivel mundial. Y estoy tan feliz y agradecido que soy excelente líder, excelente presentador. Y estoy tan feliz y agradecido que tengo libertad financiera. Y lo comencé a repetir con tanta energía y con tanta fuerza. Que sabes que todos los días lo repetía, todos los días tomaba acción, todos los días lo hacíamos. ¿Y sabes lo que pasó? Un estilo de vida donde el día de hoy, no solamente nosotros no nos preocupamos por dinero, mi familia tampoco se preocupa por dinero, hemos podido ayudar a mis padres con sus casas, a mis suegros con sus casas, a mi esposa, y tenemos obviamente el día de hoy donaciones a nivel mundial, tenemos negocios en diferentes países a nivel mundial, arriba de 30 negocios, y te lo digo con una sola cosa, tú también puedes. Nunca te dejes que una persona con sueños pequeños te quiera robar tus sueños grandes. Piensa en grande, escucha a tus mentores, escucha a tus líderes, escucha obviamente a tu empresa y vas a tener resultados fuera de serie.
Y te quiero dar estos 4 consejos que son bien importantes para que tengas éxito increíble. Número 1, sé enseñable. Asegúrate de ser una persona 100% enseñable. Todo lo que te diga tu mentor y tu coach, hazlo al pie de la letra. Número 2, tener un mentor que tenga los resultados, no el conocimiento nada más, los resultados que tú estás esperando tener en esta tremenda industria en redes de mercadeo. Número 3, asegúrate de ser una persona que tenga sueños grandes, ambición. Sueña en grande, imagínate cosas en gigante, ¿verdad? No ponga los pies sobre la tierra nunca. Y número 4, asegúrate de estar siempre dispuesto a hacer cambios. Si no cambias, nunca podrás lograr todos los resultados que te puedas imaginar.
Así que de mi parte es todo. Felicidades a cada uno de ustedes. Les saluda a ustedes Iván Tapia y un fuerte abrazo a la distancia. Gracias a todo el equipo de GoPro. Muchas gracias.
Well, thank you, Ivan. I appreciate you very much. I think you're awesome. Thanks for that great training. And from that, I don't know if you've ever heard of a gentleman by the name of Brendon Burchard. Brendan is a key figure in the personal development movement. He's written several New York Times best-selling books. He loves the network marketing profession, and he also wants to talk about finding someone or something to fight for. And that's what we do inside of this network marketing profession. So I wanted him to share just a quick, brief clip with you, just 3 minutes, from Brendon Burchard, but I think you're going to get tremendous value. So check it out, Mr. Brendon Burchard.
Please listen. You must find something to fight for. You got to find somebody to fight for. You won't fight for yourself, you fight for somebody else. Let that drive hit your heart. You find somebody needs you to go to the next level. Somebody needs you to make that next call. Somebody needs you to get that next check, whether you feel like compelled to do it or not. Somebody out in that world needs you to be here, to be fully present, to learn, to put it into place. Because if you'll do it for them, you'll change yourself and you'll reach the best of who you are. And sometimes you need someone to fight for, somebody who is there, who's pulling you. You got to find somebody or something to fight for, to lift you out of bed Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, even when you don't want to do it. Here's the ultimate challenge. For those of you who are here, you're already good. You're already good. You're probably the ones in your family who are a little bit more crazy than everybody else, who tried a little bit harder or believed in your dreams just a little bit more, even though they said you're crazy, you kept going for it. You're probably that person who studied more personal development than your friends or your family. You're probably that person who's already into education. It's one reason you're here, because you know the transformation that can happen right here. You're probably already a little bit of that person who's got fire and will inside. You've got a little bit of that. The issue is your story sometimes goes like this, and you're looking for that. I've been there. I'm so struggling, like I'm doing everything right. You know, I'm learning, I'm trying, I'm making the calls. I'm sending the emails, making the videos, shaking the hands, following the dream, having the hope, doing my gratitude journal every night. Thankful, joyous, doing everything I can, but I wasn't breaking through and it was driving me crazy. When you leave this event in a few days, when you walk out that door and you walk out these doors, remember, seek clarity, generate energy, raise necessity, increase your productivity, develop influence by challenging people to be better versions of themselves, and step into the unknown and just listen. Be with it. Listen through the fear. Do that, my friends, and not only will you lead yourselves, you lead your teams, you lead this industry. You got to have the necessity inside that says, I want to be excellent at this. And if you got that inside, then tell you what, wake up on Monday, my friends, and when you do walk out these doors, and you walk out the doors of your homes and organizations for the rest of your lives, do me a favor and go earn this. Go Pro.
Thank you, Brendan. I appreciate it very much. You're my brother, and thanks for bringing value as always. Now, listen, before we move forward, I want to talk a little bit more about mindset, because it's such a big deal. Mindset. One thing I would encourage you to do is let go of being perfect. Let go of perfection. Just be willing to be a little bit messy while you're trying to figure out this network marketing journey. If I've learned anything, it's most of the learning is in the doing. And you need to do it before you're prepared. It's just go out there, be willing to maybe make some mistakes. Don't treat yourself so seriously. Be willing to maybe even be embarrassed. Don't treat yourself so seriously, because you're going to learn from every experience. Most people don't succeed in network marketing because they don't take action, because they don't feel prepared. So they're stuck. They're paralyzed. I would just encourage you to take some steps forward before you're ready, to get the course before you're ready, to learn the skills before you're ready, to talk to somebody, to talk to a prospect before you're ready, to go try to sell a product before you're ready, right? Let go of perfection. Be willing to be messy. Most of the learning is in the doing. Now, the next presenter is another network marketing leader. I'm probably not going to get the name right, but I'm going to try anyway. It's Yothi Barbaropoulos. And Yothi's going to talk about 4 pillars of network marketing. And I know you're going to enjoy it. So check out Yothi.
Saludos, placer saludarte, tener la oportunidad de compartir contigo el día de hoy en este magno evento que tenemos en Latinoamérica y en el mundo para toda la habla hispana. Mi nombre, Yothi Barbaropoulos, para servirte. Realmente un gran honor, un gran placer tener esta oportunidad. Le doy las gracias a Dios por estar aquí presente con ustedes, por tener este espacio. Indudablemente al señor Eric Worre, a todo el team de GoPro por este espacio, por esta oportunidad. Y realmente pues agradecido porque me permite cumplir con parte de mi propósito, que es contribuir a la mayor cantidad de personas posible. Te cuento brevemente mi historia antes de entrar en la información que te quiero compartir el día de hoy. Yo soy contador público de profesión, trabajé pues como por 5 años en una firma de auditores externos, renuncié para montar un negocio propio porque no quería ser empleado toda mi vida. Sin embargo, llegó un punto en mi negocio que me sentía esclavo del mismo. O sea, los dolores de cabeza de los negocios tradicionales, si tienes un negocio tradicional quizás me entenderás, fuertes dolores de cabeza. Yo desconocía que existiera algo diferente. En ese mismo punto, mi esposa, también contadora pública, estudiamos juntos, trabajaba en una empresa como gerente, pero ella se sentía esclava de ese empleo, tenía que pedir permiso hasta para ir al dentista. O sea, todas estas cuestiones que uno como empleado sabe que uno está limitado, y de igual forma uno como dueño de negocio tradicional, todas las limitaciones y todos los amarres que uno siente. Y queríamos, aparte, tener hijos. Y eso nos hacía sentir a nosotros que sí teníamos ingresos, pero no teníamos el tiempo como para lo que queríamos disfrutar en ese futuro cercano. Y por eso el tiempo nos fue llevando a conseguir la solución, que fue la oportunidad de negocio, network marketing, desde el 2012. Mi esposo y yo ya tenemos 8 años como networker, haciéndolo de forma profesional. Y esto cambió nuestras vidas 180 grados, y pues lo que hoy vivimos y sabemos que vamos a vivir más adelante es algo tremendo. Ahora, el día de hoy, pues tengo un tiempo extremadamente corto. Quisiera contarte un poco más, pero hoy quiero compartirte 2 cosas importantes. Quiero hablarte de temas que son de fondo. Si es primera vez que lo escuchas, pues seas consciente de ello. Y si ya lo escuchaba antes, quizás recordar o adentrarte en algunos detalles que quizás nunca habías visto de esa misma manera. 2 cosas principales. La número 1 es que nuestro trabajo es conectar con las personas. Eso es lo que nosotros nos dedicamos. Mucha gente se equivoca en tratar de ser un vendedor, y hasta para la visión, para muchas cosas uno habla de vender, pero la realidad es que lo que uno debe enfocarse en hacer es conectar. Conectar con las personas que están buscando resolver un problema o una gran necesidad. ¿Cuáles son esas necesidades principales que están allá afuera? Y quiero darte estos elementos como para que lo tengas en cuenta a la hora de estar conectando con nuevos prospectos, con amistades, con familiares. ¿Qué es lo que tienes que estar pendiente de sus necesidades? ¿Cuáles pueden ser esas necesidades que ellos tengan? Principalmente son 4. Recompensa, reconocimiento, libertad y esperanza. O alguno de esos 4, o los 4 en conjuntos. Piénsalo, toda persona está allá afuera buscando quizás producir más dinero. Muchas personas allá afuera están sintiendo la gran necesidad de ser reconocidos por su valía, por quienes ellos son, pero que no están siendo reconocidos donde se encuentran. Muchas personas se sienten que tienen recompensa y reconocimiento, pero no se sienten libres. Ese era el caso de mi esposa y el mío. Y mucha gente está desesperanzada, mucha gente está sin norte, sin saber qué hacer. Necesitan un cambio en su vida, y pues definitivamente si tú logras en el proceso de conexión con estas personas, de entrar en una escucha activa realmente, o sea, la forma hay millones. Hay formas para prospectar por redes sociales, las personas que tú conoces, en el día a día, por internet, de forma presencial. Muchas personas te van a hablar de las formas. Y eso es buenísimo porque es la forma de hacerlo, pero lo importante es la esencia con la cual tú buscas activamente escuchar e identificar esa necesidad. Una vez que la identificas, es simple, es educarlo a cómo con tu oportunidad tú le vas a poder ayudar a resolver ese problema. Esa es la clave. Ya en un seguimiento, en un proceso, cuando uno dice que hay que educar al prospecto, es educarlo no solamente de lo que es nuestra oportunidad, sino cómo nosotros le podemos resolver su necesidad. Bien, ese es el primer punto que quiero recomendarte, recordarte, o que lo tengas presente a partir de ahora si es la primera vez que escuchas de esto. El segundo tiene que ver, ya me voy a entrar en esto, espero que no te hayas distraído con esto que ya está escrito, le pedí a mi esposa que me colaborara porque mi letra es terrible, para quienes me conocen saben que es así, y gracias a mi esposa por apoyarme con esto, para tener más tiempo en la información que te estoy transmitiendo. Hay 4 cosas, 4 pilares que te permiten a ti construir de forma sólida tu negocio. Uno de ellos es la capacitación. Los otros 3 son la promoción, la edificación y la duplicación. Estos pilares son las columnas con las cuales tú debes construir día a día tu negocio. Es simple, mis amigos. O sea, si tú quieres construir tu torre de libertad financiera, si tú estás construyendo un edificio, tú sabes muy bien que hay muchas cosas alrededor, ladrillos, ventanas, las fachadas, ascensores, hay un millón de cosas alrededor de una torre, y hay materias primas, indudablemente, pero si tú no construyes las columnas, puedes ir levantando ciertos pisos, pero llegar a un punto que ese edificio, ¿qué? Se va a caer. Mi amigo, mi amiga, si tú estás construyendo una organización, un equipo de trabajo, y tú no estás trabajando continuamente, conscientemente, estos 4 pilares, hay una alta probabilidad que al corto, mediano plazo, eso que estás construyendo se te derrumbe. Es así de simple, son elementos técnicos de nuestro negocio. No me puedo adentrar en los 4. Edificación es simplemente conectarte con los valores y con los elementos que tú ves positivos en una persona, pero la clave en esto es que en transferir la confianza entre tú y esa persona. Sí, esa es la clave de la edificación, pero obviamente hay mucha profundidad en ello. La promoción es saber cómo promover efectivamente los eventos, las cosas que tienes a tu disposición. No es informar, es promover. Hay una gran diferencia. Y la duplicación es transferir los conocimientos que tú tienes. Todo lo que tú hagas se transfiere, lo que hagas y lo que no hagas. Bien, ahora, ¿qué quiero compartirte yo? Algo que mi esposa y yo hemos sido muy, muy constantes y muy fuertes en esto. O sea, en nuestra organización, si algo nosotros hemos dedicado, es en trabajar la capacitación. Pero no la capacitación desde el cómo, perdón, desde el qué. Porque con qué tú te capacitas es lo que normalmente uno escucha. ¿Con qué me capacito? Con libros, con audios, con talleres, con eventos en live de Instagram, eventos presenciales, seminarios, convenciones. Eso es con qué te puedes capacitar. Pero ¿cómo lo haces? ¿Cuál es tu estructura de decir, ok, en cómo me voy a capacitar? ¿En qué me enfoco? Esto es lo que nosotros aplicamos. Nosotros aplicamos una filosofía desde el 2014 que la denominamos cuadrante de ser ganador. Nos apalancamos en lo que es el cuadrante del flujo del dinero de Robert Kiyosaki, el cuadrante izquierdo, el cuadrante derecho, muy seguramente la mayoría de ustedes lo conoce. Pero ¿cuál es la clave en esto? En cuáles son las inteligencias que un empresario, un gran empresario, tradicional o networker, tiene en sus haberes, en su ser. Y son distintas inteligencias, desde la profesional, la emocional, la financiera y la espiritual. Si tú te das cuenta en el cuadrante izquierdo, cuando uno es empleado, normalmente la inteligencia que predomina es la profesional. Cuando uno es autoempleado, indistintamente cuál es tu profesión, la que tú más necesitas la emocional, porque montas negocios propios y yo por lo menos monté un negocio propio que no tenía nada que ver con la contaduría, tenía que ver con la distribución de pacas de heno, imagínate. Pero, oye, cómo manejar tus clientes, tus empleados, tus socios, en fin, las emociones son fundamentales. Pero para poder convertirte en un empresario del lado derecho, un dueño de negocio con sistema, tienes que manejar una inteligencia financiera, los sistemas financieros, qué es un ingreso residual, cómo construir sistemas de negocio. Hay unos elementos claves para que tú puedas ampliar y aumentar tu abundancia financiera. Y hay algo que es fundamental también, y es que las personas que tú logras identificar que han avanzado en una gran medida es porque han logrado conseguir cuál es su propósito de vida, cómo contribuyen en el mundo. Y esto tiene que ver con quién tú eres, o sea, con tu ser, con tu esencia. Esto tiene que ver con aumentar tu inteligencia espiritual. Olvídate de religión, no te estoy hablando de religión, te estoy hablando de espiritualidad, de esencia, de tú como ser, como individuo. Cuando tú estás claro quién eres, por qué estás aquí y qué vas a hacer con tu vida, entiendes que hay un propósito mayor a lo individual, hay algo colectivo. Cuando eres consciente de eso y ya tú sabes quién tú eres, tú empiezas, conectado con estas otras 4 inteligencias, a desarrollar liderazgo, que es influencia. Cuando tú aumentas todos estos niveles, generas influencia. Entonces piénsalo. Eres el networker, tienes que aprender de todos los elementos del network marketing. Mi error al principio era pensar nada más en que había que capacitarse con cosas del network marketing. Es una de las inteligencias profesionales, pero necesitas manejar tus emociones, las finanzas y tu inteligencia espiritual y leyes elementales del liderazgo. Te recomiendo las 21 leyes irrefutables del liderazgo de John C. Maxwell, que son muy buenas en este sentido. Pero lo que te quiero transmitir con todo esto es que nuestra estrategia es capacítate de forma equilibrada. O sea, una información, sea libros, audios, talleres, el cómo es este, el con qué puede ser todo lo que te dije anteriormente, pero busca que sea de forma profesional, de temas emocionales, de temas financieros, de temas espirituales, de temas de liderazgo. Creas una mesa sólida, o sea, son 5 patas con un centro muy sólido para poder soportar esa gran organización, ese gran individuo que tú eres y ese que te permitirá a ti construir esa gran organización, porque soportarás el peso de lo que eso representa. Con esta estrategia que nosotros nos capacitamos, con esta estrategia que nosotros le damos a nuestro equipo una guía de cómo capacitarse con todo lo que hay allá afuera y con todas las informaciones que hay. Me gustaría transmitirte muchas más cosas, pero el tiempo es bastante corto. Simplemente quiero decirte gracias por escucharme. Espero que hayas tenido algunas herramientas que te hayan servido para tu crecimiento. Y de mi parte, pues una vez más, gracias a todo el team de GoPro. Estamos a la orden. Dios los bendiga. Hasta luego.
So thank you very much, Yothi. I appreciate that very much. I know you're getting value from this because this is great information. If you're paying attention, I hope you're filling up notebooks. I hope you're getting all these ideas. Success leaves clues. Make sure that you're gathering this information. And I will tell you, we're going to take a quick break. But before we do, just let me tell you that in the next hour, you're going to hear from Armando Christian Perez, aka Pitbull Mr. Worldwide. You're going to hear from Carlos Parra. You're going to hear from Pete Vargas. And you're going to hear from Ada Caballero. Some amazing leaders, some amazing information. But before we do that, let's just take a quick break. You can go to the bathroom, get something to drink, get something to eat. Come back in just a few minutes, and we'll keep going with the GoPro World Tour. Hey everybody, welcome back to our second hour of the GoPro World Tour, the Spanish speaking edition around the world. Hope you're getting value. I know you are, because this information is really, really awesome. So we've got an action-packed hour. I've got lots of different people going to be sharing ideas with you. So let's just jump right in. One of my people who became dear friends is a global entertainment icon. This guy is an entrepreneur. He's an entertainer. He's a writer. He's a producer. He's a performer. He's a philanthropist. He's started charter schools around the world. He's a brand ambassador for lots of different brands. His name is Armando Christian Perez. Most of you know him as Pitbull, aka Mr. Worldwide. He took his life from negative to positive. He's just an unbelievable guy. And I'm proud to know him. We've had him speak at our events in the past. And I want to show you a brief clip from Mr. Armando Christian Perez. Pitbull.
My father, he won the lottery in Cuba. No money, he won freedom. They said, forget about anything that you got a chance to get out of here. That's basically what happened in my father's journey. Then he ends up in Miami, and he's a part of where I first seen entrepreneurship at its finest. He's a part of the drug game in Miami. That's when I first seen what entrepreneurship was. This is where I seen guys take nothing and make something. A lot of them didn't understand the journey. A lot of them didn't understand that drug money comes quick, leaves quicker. That's what allowed me to deal with the music game. Because my product is the same thing as I got to make sure you guys get hooked one way or another. Yay or nay. And the product's got to be good. I can't give you something that's stepped on. So I took all those negatives that happened in my family and I applied it to music. Now, applying it to music allowed me to understand the opportunity that music would give me. Because music, I go again, it's the same game. Only thing music gives you that's even worse than any drug that you could possibly push in the streets is this other drug called fame. And a lot of people don't know how to deal with fame. So as an entrepreneur, the minute that you think you are who you think you are, game over. You got to stay humble. You got to work hard. You got to stay focused. You have to want other people to grow around you. You can't keep people down and try to take credit for what other people do. You're just going to stay stagnant. You won't grow. Well, that's the music business. My whole career has been a no. My whole career has been a can't. My whole career has been a won't, shouldn't, wouldn't, never happen. It's happening right now as we speak with the records that I put out, which I love, by the way. I love to be challenged. I love to be knocked down. I love to get back up. I love to fight. I wake up for that. And no matter what level you get to in life, you can never become complacent or comfortable, because complacency is the cousin of death. I love to be up here and be able to speak about all the things that I've been through, all the failures, which I always say failure is the mother of all success. All the losses, and I say losing is only learning. Failure is only opportunity, and there's no problems, only solutions. If you can apply that to everything that you do daily, not only in business, but in life, oh man. They say the sky's the limit, right? No, sky's not the limit, because there's footprints on the moon. You can take it there.
So that's a little message from Pitbull. What a great guy. What a great leader. What a great entrepreneur. He also loves network marketing, loves the people involved in it. One of his favorite moments when we did our GoPro Recruiting Mastery, every time I talked to him, last time we were hanging out was in Germany. He and I were doing an event with Tony Robbins in front of 45,000 people last summer in Germany. And we went out to dinner afterwards, and he talked about this moment at GoPro Recruiting Mastery. We had problems with our translation headsets. Some of you may have been there. And we were translating into Spanish, but all of a sudden the Spanish translation went out. And people were whistling, hey, we can't understand, we can't understand. And he was talking. So finally he just said, screw it. And he just talked in Spanish to that crowd. And everybody just went, ah. Everybody went crazy. And it made him so excited to have the moment with the Spanish-speaking audience at GoPro that literally him and his road manager talk about it every single time. So anyway, obviously he's an ambassador for all Spanish-speaking, the whole Latino marketplace around the world, and all Spanish-speaking people around the world. Anyway, great guy. Our next speaker is Carlos Parra, great friend, top leader inside of network marketing. He wants to talk about how he's remained connected during this time of global crisis. It's a great training. Check it out. Carlos Parra.
Hola familia, es un placer saludarlos. Felicidades por conectarte, por seguir este camino de emprendimiento y ser parte de la solución que nuestro mundo requiere. Voy a compartir contigo algunos tips que nos han ayudado a tener un crecimiento importante con todas estas nuevas reglas. Primero que nada, mantén sana tu visión personal. Si tienes miedo o duda por todo este cambio económico y piensas que no hay dinero y que la gente no va a poder y que todo va a ser más difícil, entonces tu negocio se va a empezar a frenar. Y lo tendrás más difícil, y eso alimentará el miedo, y eso frenará aún más tu negocio, y se pondrá más difícil, y eso dará fuerza a tu duda, y es una espiral negativa, y además es una espiral equivocada. Porque puedes estar seguro de la mega oportunidad que tenemos y darte cuenta que este es el mejor momento en la historia y en tu carrera y no lo puedes dejar pasar, e inyectar toda esa energía a tu equipo. Date cuenta que hoy hay más dinero que nunca circulando en el mundo. Entre todos los países, en los últimos meses fabricaron 1 millón de millones de dólares. Lo voy a decir más lento. 1 millón de millones. Las personas que dependen de los negocios que están cerrados, claro que no están viendo ese dinero y lo están pasando mal, porque la gente no está comprando más en esas tiendas. La gente ahora está comprando en los negocios que funcionan por internet. Hay todo un nuevo comportamiento de compra. Y si bien es cierto que existe una situación complicada, no todo el mundo está viviendo una situación complicada. Solo aquellos que no tienen manera de trabajar desde su casa tienen problemas financieros. ¿Qué es mucha gente? Sí. Por eso, hoy más que nunca, la gente necesita emprender. Pero como nunca lo ha hecho, no sabe ni qué hacer ni cómo hacerlo. Y ahí es donde entras tú. Este es el momento de mayor reclutamiento de distribuidores en la historia de tu organización. Y eso nos lleva al segundo punto. Somos la esperanza para la gente. Robert Kiyosaki, en el último GoPro en el que participó, dijo que la esperanza para la próxima crisis estaba en el network marketing. Bien, esta es la próxima crisis y tú eres la esperanza. Los líderes de network marketing son los únicos con la capacidad de entrenar y ayudar a poner en marcha a miles de personas con un negocio serio por menos de $1,000. Así que levántate y toma acción, que el mundo te necesita. Vamos al tercer consejo. Mantente en contacto con tus líderes. Puedes ver a tu equipo en actividad y movimiento y no tener idea de lo que está pasando por sus mentes. Igual que un virus, la negatividad es altamente contagiosa y enferma la visión. Y su efecto es adormecedor y paralizante. Tu equipo está rodeado todos los días de gente asustada, hablando de escasez, que es difícil, que no se puede, y es posible que esa negatividad entre en ellos y empiecen a quitar el pie del acelerador. Lo que nosotros hicimos fue aumentar nuestras llamadas personales con algunos líderes y encontramos varios nudos mentales o emocionales que no sabíamos que estaban ahí y los pudimos desenredar y reconectar la visión. Y esto lo estamos haciendo ahora de manera constante porque esos nudos son como los cables de los audífonos. Si los desenredas, pero al momento de seguir trabajando se van a volver a enredar y con ellos enredas su visión, su mensaje, su energía y su grupo. Pero después de afinar su visión, vimos que su actividad y productividad aumentó como en 20%. Siguiente consejo, adoptar el cambio en la forma de trabajar. Hay personas que lo resisten y otros que lo aprovechan. Veo gente todavía tratando de visitar personas a sus casas o sentados, esperando el momento de llenar salones nuevamente. Y veo otros que han tomado tanta ventaja del cambio que no quisieran que la cuarentena terminara nunca. Adaptarse al cambio. De Eric Worre, aprendí a programar mi calendario 18 meses por adelantado. Mi 2020 completo estaba tapizado de giras visitando distintas ciudades cada fin de semana. Luego vino esta nueva situación, se cancelan los vuelos, se suspenden los eventos. De inmediato comenzamos a adaptarnos y a mover todo a internet. Lo que hicimos fue que las citas personales las movimos al Zoom y los eventos y entrenamientos por Facebook Live o YouTube Live. Lo sorprendente fue que con el nuevo cambio del nuevo programa en línea, en menos de 45 días, habíamos trabajado con todas las ciudades que pensábamos ver a lo largo del año. Y alcanzamos más gente, porque se conectaron personas de poblaciones que no estaban programadas en las giras. Y la gente de las poblaciones más alejadas y de los grupos más pequeños, ahora tienen conexión directa con sus líderes de grupo y se están desarrollando mucho mejor. Ante este cambio, veo 3 comportamientos en los grupos. Los paralizados, que esperan que todo pase y vuelva a lo que era antes para entonces seguir trabajando. Esos grupos se empiezan a desinflar. Los que siguieron el cambio, pero no apretaron el paso ni aflojaron tampoco. Sus negocios generan lo mismo que otros meses. Y los que creyeron que tienen la solución, que ven la oportunidad y que entraron en acción como nunca antes y que han logrado en 3 meses más de lo que habían logrado en 2 años. Y eso me lleva al siguiente consejo: construir un negocio en línea. Nosotros iniciamos un programa para educar a la gente a utilizar los medios digitales, desde descargar, instalar aplicaciones hasta cómo pueden conectarse. Mucha gente no estaba envuelta en cómo usar la tecnología y cuando la gente no está acostumbrada a usar las funciones del teléfono o la computadora, puede llevarte 30 minutos enseñarle qué hacer y cómo hacerlo. Y hablar sobre educar a toda una organización pareciera una tarea titánica, pero si cada persona que sí le entiende cómo hacerlo le enseña a 5 o a 10, puedes educar a toda la organización en cuestión de algunos días. Otra clave de los negocios en línea está en provocar la actividad de forma constante para hacerle más fácil a la gente de nuevo ingreso a través de eventos y herramientas para que simplemente puedan acercar invitados y crecer mientras aprenden. Algunos grupos que antes tenían un evento en salón por semana, ahora tienen presentaciones de oportunidad cada 3 días. Otros grupos tienen oportunidad de presentar diario y eventualmente programan campañas especiales de actividad intensa, campañas de 7 días, de 10 días. Las campañas pueden ser sobre lograr un rango, o promover un producto, o promover un evento, o una meta de equipo, o simplemente generar historias. Y bien, luego de las presentaciones, quiero darte un punto sobre manejo de objeciones: el dinero. La gente tiene miedo a gastarse lo último que tienen y tienen razón. Con la incertidumbre no saben cuándo volverán a tener algo. Ahí debes de explicar por qué tu producto tiene una verdadera utilidad. Pero aunque sea de alta calidad, para ellos sigue siendo un gasto, a menos que lo vean como una opción para multiplicar ese dinero. El miedo es entendible, no conocen el negocio y es un riesgo. Y ahí tenemos que ser muy responsables en hacer un compromiso sincero en ayudarles a poner su negocio en marcha. Porque pondrán su confianza en ti, no en la empresa. Recuerda que la gente participa en las empresas, pero se asocia a las personas. Hace el compromiso de ayudarle a vender los productos y poner su negocio en marcha para recuperar, multiplicar su dinero y salir adelante. Y si siente ese respaldo, estará dispuesto a poner su dinero o conseguirlo. Debemos ayudar al mundo a salir de esta crisis. Es urgente llegar a más personas, apoyarlos y trabajar juntos. Porque, sinceramente, creo que quien no tenga la manera de generar dinero desde su casa, se le vendrá una temporada muy difícil. Ganar dinero desde la casa se está convirtiendo en una necesidad y en el nuevo normal. Y debemos mostrar a la gente que pueden o comer algo con su último dinero o pueden multiplicar ese dinero. Es como si solamente les quedara una gallina y decidir si la hacen caldo o usarla para poner huevos, es decir, multiplicarlo. Y por último, uno de mis consejos favoritos: promover eventos. La publicidad básicamente es mantener una idea constantemente en la mente de tu cliente. Los eventos es nuestra mejor forma de mantener al equipo conectado y exponiéndose a nuestra visión, sean inscritos o sean prospectos. Conectados hasta que decidan inscribirse. Luego, conectados hasta que decidan ponerse en actividad. Y después, conectados hasta que decidan irse realmente a lo grande. Y enviar un WhatsApp no es promover, eso es avisar. La gente tiene que escuchar tu emoción. Puedes hacer un video invitándolos a algún evento, pero llamarle a las personas, nunca nada será tan poderoso como una llamada personal. Que sienta que él o ella es importante para ti. Pero no llamadas fastidiosas como si vendieras tarjetas de crédito diciéndoles, nada más te hablo para recordarte el evento. No. Una llamada donde aportes el valor del evento para decirle por qué le conviene, edificar al orador, edificar el contenido, darle la importancia de lo que va a recibir y el beneficio que viene luego al aplicar lo que aprenda. Entre más gente tengas conectada y más veces se conecten a los diversos eventos, tu negocio irá en constante desarrollo. Bien, yo me despido. Muchas gracias, Eric, Marina y el equipo de GoPro por empoderar nuestra profesión y hacer posible este espacio y darme el honor de esta participación. Ha sido un placer compartir contigo. Sigue invitando, sigue ayudando y sigue llevando este mensaje de esperanza y de luz a una vida mejor y siendo esa agente de cambio que el mundo necesita. Les envío a todos un muy fuerte abrazo y bendiciones.
Well, thank you, Carlos. I appreciate that very much. And there's another gentleman, his name is Pete Vargas, who we were introduced to recently. And Pete is an expert on how to tell your story, how each of you can learn how to tell your story more effectively and more powerfully. And he's got a section, a training section that I think you're going to get tremendous value from on learning how you can tell your story inside of network marketing. So without taking up any more of his time, I'm going to take you directly to Pete Vargas.
Here. My goal right now for all of you is to help you understand how to communicate. How you communicate today looks different than even how you communicated 3 weeks ago. And I want to give you that framework today, whether you're on social, whether you're on a podcast, whether you're on a phone call, whether you're on your team meetings. I want to give you a framework today that I believe is going to help you serve and help a lot of people who need your help today. And I want to start by saying thank you. Thank you to Eric and Marina for having me here today. I don't take it lightly, but thank you to the industry. I know you don't know me, but when I was 19 years old, 19 years old, I had to figure out how to pay for my college education. I was broke. I was walking around campus. I just had a really bad crisis happen in my life, and I had made it on college campus, but I didn't know how I was going to continue to sustain college campus. And I'm grateful because network marketing, multi-level marketing got me through college. It's the reason I got through college. I wouldn't have gotten through college without it. I believe it's one of the greatest industries that exists because it gives the average human being on this planet the opportunity to start a business without hundreds of thousands of dollars. But like Tony said in his interview there, for a few $100s. And so what I want to do today is I want to help you understand, and this is my give back to the industry, I want to help you understand how to communicate. What I'm about to teach you, it's the same thing that we showed Dean Graziosi and Tony Robbins as we helped them build out their speaking team. It's the same thing that we shared with Grant Cardone and his team that made them license this content that I'm about to share with you. It's the same thing that we've shared with so many of the people that we work with, some of the biggest thought leaders on planet Earth, including Damon John, who was taking notes ferociously as we sat there and helped him understand how to communicate more powerfully. Those are all folks that we work with. And I'm excited to bring this to the tens of thousands of people today because I believe today, right now, is probably the greatest opportunity in the history of network marketing and multi-level marketing to be able to serve and help a lot of people. But you cannot do it the way that it's been done. Because I'm a part of the industry, I still continue to get recruited on occasion. And the conversation and the communication typically lives in one bucket. And there are 3 ways that you cannot communicate today. If you communicate in any of these 3 ways that I'm about to show you, it will actually do more damage than it does good. And so I want to help you understand how not to communicate with these 3 C's, but ultimately communicate with this C. And so what I want you to know is I shared this story with Eric and Marina, and what I shared with them is one of the things that we were able to do is Grant Cardone, we sat in Grant's office, just like we got the chance to sit at Eric and Marina's house. And Grant's like, this content is amazing. Like, we want to license this. And so they licensed all of our digital resources and they licensed the workshop. And we were at the very first workshop. And I want you to see this because this is one of the deadly C's. I was at this workshop and there were about 30 people in the room, and me and the gentleman that Eric just talked about, Pat Quinn, said, all right, everybody go around and in 1 minute, introduce yourself. You got 1 minute. And so everybody started going. And while people are going, I'm seeing how powerful of a communicator they are. Because I'm going to give every one of you in the framework where in 3 minutes, you will have people asking you questions and wanting to know more about you and having you want to go deeper with them here in just a minute. But what happened in that day is people are going around, everybody's going around, and then one young lady gets up, and this is what she says. She said, what if I could show you an opportunity of how you could make more money and lose weight? And a lot of you right now are chuckling across the world because you're like, yeah, immediate red flag, immediate wall, immediate defense went up in that room. I didn't know it went up, but I felt it in myself. And I hadn't stopped anybody along any line that thus far. I hadn't stopped anybody, and I stopped her. And I felt like I wanted to coach her, and I didn't want to embarrass her. And I said, I can't remember her name, but I said, young lady, are you in a network marketing company? Are you in a multi-level marketing company? And she said, yeah. How did you know? How did I not know? That is the way that the majority of people try to recruit me and recruit the world, and immediately a wall goes up, defense goes up, and red flags go up. And we began to reshape it and said, listen, I'm not, and then by the way, I told her that, I said a red flag went up and a wall went up and the defense went up right away. 29 other extremely successful business owners in that room, all of a sudden, and I didn't know they were going to do this, raised their hand and said, yeah, me too. A wall went up for me too. I was like, no, that's not what I wanted to do. That's not what I meant to do. My heart was to help coach her. So I said, guys, I want you to see the power of this framework that we're about to coach her in. And so I worked with her. Pat Quinn worked with her. I know you don't know Pat Quinn, but he's a part of our team. And a couple of hours later, we did like a 90-minute masterclass with her and the people in the room. And then she came in front of stage later because everybody had to present their 2 to 3 minute talk. I think it was a 3-minute talk. And she started like this. She said, from the age of 5 years old until 12 years old, all I could remember was being bullied and abused for being a chunky little kid. And all my life, I tried to figure out all the things I could do to change that because it hurt bad. It really hurt. I remember when Billy did this to me when I was in 2nd grade. I remember this story in 6th grade. I remember this story in 9th grade. And nothing worked. I was trying everything. And then she went on to continue to tell the story. And you could hear a pin drop in the room. And you felt goosebumps just like I have right now on my arm. You see, there are 3 deadly C's that I believe in the midst of what's going on in this C, meaning this crisis, that if you fall into these 3 C's, you might get some short-term wins, but it ain't going to be long-term success for you in the way that you communicate. So the 3 ways that I do not want any of you to communicate today, number 1 is what we corrected her on. And what was that? What was she doing? I call it the cheesy communication of network marketing. Eric knows this, Marina knows this. We're on a mission to stamp these 3 C's out, but especially the cheesy communication of network marketing. We are on a mission to stamp that out. So right now, it is not a time to be cheesy or be cheeseball or talk like that. And I think a lot of people who are part of this community, you've learned from Eric and Marina, so you understand that. But I want to reinforce that. It is not a time to start being cheesy in your communication. And by the way, good economy or bad economy, I want that to get rid of. I want that to get rid of. So first C that we got to get rid of is that. The second C, and these all came to me. Right now, in this time and age, you feel like you can cut to the chase. That's the second C, cut to the chase. My neighbor lost their job. I've seen tons of people firing or having to lay off people, not fired, but lay off people. And all of a sudden they feel like now is the opportunity. I just got to cut to the chase because I want to help them. And you cut to the chase and a wall goes up immediately again. This imaginary wall that you can't see, she couldn't see, but everybody else in the room felt. And so it's not a time to just cut to the chase. We'll get there, but we can't cut to the chase. That's the second C in this economy that you might be tempted to do. Hey, laid off? Let's talk. No. Laid off? That's why you should have been working at home. No. Laid off? Don't have a job? We can help. Like, let's be really cautious there. Let's be cautious there because that's the second C that maybe gets a little bit of short term, but it ain't going to have long term. And the third C, and this one is super important right now for you to understand. You cannot try to lead with the C, which is cash. Once again, you might be tempted to lead with, hey, cash, 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 cash. No. No. Do not lead with that C. So cheesy, I want no market. Cutting to the chase and cash might work in other markets, but it ain't going to work today. And you're going to turn more people off than you turn them on to what you're doing. And right now, you all have the power in your hand to literally shift what's happening in our world today. You have the power in your hand to help people rise up in the midst of chaos and crisis and fear if you communicate well, if you communicate powerfully. And so what is the C, Pete? Okay, I'm not going to be cheesy. I got to figure this out. I'm not just going to cut to the chase. I'm not going to lead with cash, meaning leading with the financial opportunity. What do you need to do, Pete? Well, let me first give you a little bit of a context of the story, because if you get this story, which was another crisis time just in our nation, which was America, but I know we have people from all across the world, you will understand the C in a very powerful way that you have to use in your communication. You see, what you don't know about me is I had a terrible, terrible relationship with my dad. Awful. Abusive dad growing up to me. My grandmother took me away from him when I was in 6th grade because of the things he was doing to me physically, mentally, emotionally, every which way. My grandmother took me away from him and said, you're never going back to live with your dad. Now you fast forward several years and I'm a youth pastor. I'm 23 years old. I'm bringing in these powerful speakers into my youth group. And one of those speakers that I decided to bring in, his daughter was the first girl killed at Columbine. Any of you remember that, 1999 Columbine? His daughter was the first girl killed at Columbine. And she died, and the month before she was killed, she wrote a paper called My Ethics, My Codes of Life. And she had 6 diaries. And in this paper and this ethics that she wrote for her 5th period English class, she said, I have this theory that if one person will go out of their way to show compassion, that it'll start a chain reaction of the same. People will never know how far a little kindness will go. Yeah, you might have caught into the C that I'm going to talk about here for a little bit, but what I want you to know about her is she stood for that in her paper, and her 6 diaries were her life's journey of how she lined up and she actually lived that message out. And so this man comes into my community. He speaks. I'm 23 years old. My dad hasn't said anything to me really about what he had done to me in the last 10 years. He's in this building. He's actually present. He's live. He's watching. I'm thinking maybe this will move my dad to take action and apologize. And at the end of the presentation, after that man, and this is very, very important, everybody, after that man said, hey, parents in the room, you have no idea how long your kids are going to be here, or you're going to be on this earth with your kids. I want you to go tell your kids tonight how much you love them. And some of you need to go ask them for forgiveness for something that you've done to them. And literally that night, my dad went and wrote me a letter. He said, I'm sorry for the father I've been. Here, my son is having an impact on hundreds of kids' lives, and I can't have an impact on my only son's life. I'm asking you for a second chance to do things right. And he told me he loved me for the first time in over a decade. My wife and I were weeping and we were crying as we read this letter. He took the man up on his challenge and actually went out and did something about it, took action, because the man led with compassion. And he shared his daughter's story of compassion. And now, for the first time in my dad's life, after lots of people trying to recruit him to make things right with me, finally, the very first time somebody led with compassion, my dad heard it and he took action. If you want people to take action right now, you have to lead with compassion. You have to lead in this market with empathy. You cannot be driven by the cheesiness or the cut to the chase or the cash. You've got to lead with compassion. That is what you got to do right now. And I want to share one more story about him. In 1999, our nation was scared. I don't know if Eric and Marina remember this, but we had a nation that was really scared because we had our first major school shooting. And I'm not comparing it to today, but I'm comparing what I'm about to say to today. Back then, everybody was talking and complaining and scared to death. Parents weren't sending their kids to school, and they were afraid. And everybody was pointing the finger and taking blame and blaming everybody else. And there was all this finger pointing. And this man chose not to finger point. He chose to make a decision to forgive the two boys who took his daughter's life. And he went and took this message out to compassion out into the world, which we helped him do. And literally, you fast forward several years and they became the biggest school program in schools across the world, taking this idea of compassion out to the world. Right now, the way that you've got to lead in recruiting more people into your business, because listen, they need in your business. Like, I hope that these next 6 months are the biggest 6 months in the history of this industry. Now, I also hope that the world shifts and changes, but I believe all of the seeds that you plant in the course of the next 6 or 9 months for the rest of this year, leading with compassion, will set you up to be so successful. So successful. Right now, you've got a pace with them before you lead them into your company. What is pace? You got to pace with empathy and compassion right now, because people want to hear that you understand how they're feeling. They want to understand and know that you know what it's like right now to walk in their shoes. And so I want to give you a couple of practical things that you can do before I wind this down and bring Eric back here in just a second. I want to give you a couple of things that you can do. And so we have this proprietary process called the Story Braid Framework. And I'm only going to talk about one piece of the framework, which is the heart. I'm not going to talk about the rest of the framework. I'm just going to talk about the opening heart. Like right now, if you can lock and center in on the hearts of humans and lead that heart, lead with compassion, be the one who communicates with compassion, and you win that heart, they will be in your business. They will be a distributor. They will be a customer, more likely a distributor in today's markets, really. But you got to understand how to communicate. And so it starts by winning their heart. Let me give you a few practical things of how you communicate with compassion to lead and win over their heart. The first thing you have to do right now in this market is communicate in a way that helps people understand that you know what they're going through. Not about your business opportunity, not about your product. Like, man, the world is hurting. They're losing jobs. They're losing their finances. Like, you've got to make sure they understand that they can find themselves in you, like that you can connect with their heart immediately. Like, connect with their heart immediately by making sure you're actually real and transparent and compassionate and communicating in a way that helps them understand that you know what they're feeling. People don't care how much you know. They want to know that you care. Maya Angelou has an incredible quote that I love around that. They'll forget what you said, they'll forget what you did, but they'll never forget how you made them feel. And if you feel cheesy, if you feel cutting to the chase, and if you feel cash driven, they will pick up on that, and the wall and red flag will go up in their subconscious. You want to break that wall down? I'm giving you the power, and I'm trusting that you guys will do this in an authentic and sincere way. Is you've got to first connect with their heart by them understanding that you know what it's like to be walking in their shoes. Whether you're putting out content on social, you're recruiting people to come to some of your conference calls, like the messaging has to be that. The second thing you want to do with this heart, the second thing you want to do is now their guards are down a little bit because you've connected with them. People now are more open to having conversation, and they don't want to see that you're this extraordinary person driving this amazing car, living in this incredible house, debt-free, set for life, semi-retired. That's not the conversation that's going to happen now. They want to know that you're ordinary and that you've walked in their shoes before. And you've got to know what their shoes are right now. Listen to the market right now of where it's at. I'm asking people, how do you feel right now? Like, what is your biggest concerns? I'm asking our community that, and they're telling me. And as they tell you and you listen, those are the words that you've got to hear, because you've got to make sure that you relate that you are ordinary and that you've walked in their shoes before, that you've faced crisis before, that you've went through it before. And then, and only then, do they want to know that you're extraordinary and that you've gone somewhere that they want to go, but it was from some place of crisis or difficult times or hardship. Doesn't have to be a financial crisis. It could be a relational crisis. It could be a health crisis. It could be something that shifted it and turned it around. Once they know that you are ordinary, they then want to know that you've done something extraordinary, because that's ultimately where they want to be. But they don't want to be there until they know that you know what it's like to walk in their shoes today. Man, I hope you guys grasp that. I really hope that you get that, because that is an incredible piece. And so the second thing that you want to do in this opening heart is the ordinary and extraordinary. Make sure people understand that you've been walked through that, but you've gone somewhere that they want to go, because now that's going to open up the conversation with them beginning to ask you questions. And the third and final thing that you want to do just in this opening heart, I'm not even talking about the head, the hands, the heart. I just wanted to bring you one nugget around the opening heart. One nugget around the opening heart. The last thing that you want to do in these times is do a little digging and ask yourself, what is my why right now? What is my why? What is my why? Like, what is my why? And here's the criticalness to this. You want other people to find themselves in your why. And so my why is that I want to help our community get on a million stages by 2027 to share their messages and their stories with the world. And now I've even shifted a little bit to say, I want to help our community get on a million stages by 2027. And the number one stages that they're going to get on is our virtual and digital stages, because there is an abundance of them that they can do straight from their own home. And here's what happens is, if you can have an empathetic and compassionate why that you can have in conversations with people, they will find themselves in your why. If they find themselves in your why, they start asking the question, how do I work with you? How can you help me? What can we do? I need help. I want to be that extraordinary. They're not going to use the word extraordinary, but I want to move from that ordinary position you were in to go into the extraordinary. And I want to be one of those people in your why. That's the third thing that you want to do in this opening heart. When you begin to do those three things, the game shifts. The game shifts. People feel connected to. They feel out of isolation. They don't feel depressed. They don't feel anxious. They feel connected. They feel heard. They feel loved. And they've now come in and said, tell me more. I want to close with this story before I bring Eric back up. I told you that network marketing got me through college after a really hard hardship. But what I didn't tell you is that I played collegiate tennis, and my grandmother went and worked another job just to help get me through college because my parents didn't have the money to help me with college. My grandmother went and worked another job. I got a small little college scholarship. I got a little bit of a Pell Grant, and that's how I got through college. And I was playing collegiate tennis. And one day I'm going out to my car to go and drive to tennis practice. All my rackets are in there. My car's in the parking lot of my college campus, Midwestern State University in Wichita Falls, Texas. And I go and I find and look for my car, and I can't find my car. Well, what I come to find out is that my car had been repossessed. And it was the gift that my dad had given to me, but my dad wasn't able to afford the payments, and he didn't tell me that. My rackets were gone. My car was gone. I was in tears. I didn't know how I was going to make it now. Like, I had no transportation, no tennis rackets. I was already struggling to be on that college. I decided to go last minute because I had some friends really, really encourage me to do that. And then I ran into a lady in my church. And a lady in my church didn't get cheesy with me. A lady in my church didn't shortcut things or try to take a shortcut. A lady in my church didn't cut to the chase or lead with money. A lady in my church was compassionate, and she heard me. She actually gave me some money to be able to get food. And she supported me just helped me. Her and her family, her family became like an extension of my family. And they loved me. They didn't play the short game. And then one day she just told me about this incredible thing that she was a part of. And it was a no-brainer for me to ask her, tell me more about that. Because as Les Brown would say, I was hungry. And that was the very first network marketing company that I ever got in. And I can remember it. I can remember the second one and the third one. And I can remember what network marketing did to get me through college because of someone not being cheesy, someone not cutting to the chase, someone not talking about all of the cash stuff that I could get, but someone leading with compassion. You lead with compassion, industry. You lead with compassion. All of you walk around the world as you communicate that heart and you communicate to their heart. What you will begin to see is you will begin to see more distributors, more customers, more volume, more impact, and you will be responsible, a little piece of helping restore the world's economy that's hurting right now. But it's industries like this that are going to change that.
So thank you, Pete. I appreciate that. And listen, Pete's helped me, he's helped Marie, and he's helped a lot of people inside of network marketing and around the world learn how to tell your story. I hope you took the notes and you learn how to emotionally tell your story so people understand why you're doing what you're doing. It's going to help you get better results. Now, one of the things I've learned over the course of my career is that success loves speed. It's not enough to just be involved. Everybody's got to have a little bit more passion and attitude. So the first thing I would tell you is you need to think bigger. Most of you are playing too small. The world is not served by you playing small. Think bigger. Whatever your goals are, expand those goals. Whatever your passions, expand the passion. The vision, expand the vision. Think bigger than you ever thought possible. Number 2 is you need to be stronger. Stop being so weak. Stop complaining so much. Stop whining about your problems and be stronger than your circumstance. Be stronger than people around you. Be stronger than your environment. And the third thing is to move faster. Just to move faster. Success loves speed. There's velocity. There's momentum. There's excitement. There's something that happens when you move quickly, when you take action, when you take a step, all right? When you learn how to build a social media, use social media to build your business, when you learn how to recruit people in bunches, you know, number 1, give yourself permission to think bigger. Number 2, challenge yourself to be stronger, but move. Success loves speed. Move. Take a step. Take an action. Say yes. Say yes, then tell the world, and then figure it out. Stop living with your small goals and your small thinking. It's time to expand that. So I told you we're going to let you know about kind of a package that we have available to you. And when I describe this to you, it's either going to be a fit for you or it's not. And I will tell you, some of you are going to say, you know what? I don't have the money for this. I would challenge that thinking. If this is important enough to you, you'll find the money. You'll figure it out. You'll get together with somebody else. You'll bundle it together. You'll buy it with somebody else. You'll solve the problem. Others of you will let the problem be bigger than your future. But we have something in Spanish for you that we're going to make available today only. This is a very special offer. It's only going to be available for this group and for a very short period of time. We have the following: how to recruit 20 people in 30 days. This is a home study course. And recruiting 20 people in 30 days changed my life. I've taught thousands of people around the world how to recruit 20 people in 30 days. I want you to think about, what would that do for your life if you were able to recruit 20 people in 30 days? What would that do for your career? What would that do for your income? What would that do for all different aspects of your life positive? In this course, it's 5 video training sessions. There's a workbook. There's a list builder. This is a $300 product. This is part of this bundled course that we're providing to you today. How to recruit 20 people in 30 days. Second course that you get access to, all in Spanish, is a social media mastery course. This is 7 video training courses. This includes a workbook. There's bonus videos. There's worksheets. There's downloads. This is a $500 course. This is the second most popular course that we've ever created here at Network Marketing Pro. So how to recruit 20 people in 30 days, and the social media mastery course, that's like $800 worth of courses. Now, we're going to make this available. The team got together. We wanted to make this a really easy decision. You can get both courses for $399 if you pay in full, or 3 monthly payments of $149. Either $399 or 3 payments of $149. And if you pay in full, they've got bonus materials, mastering objections in network marketing. If you've ever been stuck with objections, that home study course. And we have an interactive social media calendar that teach you how and what to post on social media. Now, with all of this, it's worth, I don't know, $1,200. You can get all of it for $399 or 3 payments of $149 if payments work better for you. So if you click on the link that's connected to this page, it'll take you to all of that, explain it all to you. All of this is in Spanish, and it will change your life. This information will change your life. You want to stop crawling in network marketing? Go learn how to recruit 20 people in 30 days and then go do it. Learn how to be able to reach more people through social media and then go do it. Learn how to overcome any objection in network marketing and then go do it. All of this stuff is available to you, okay? So you'll see it connected to this page for the entirety of this program. I just want to get you the information so you know about it, okay? Now, before I get to Ada Caballero, I just want to tell you, kind of quick recap. Number one, focus on activity, not on perfection. You know, don't worry about being perfect. Most of the learning is in the doing. Get the skills necessary to recruit 20 people, to master social media, to learn how to build your network marketing business, and then stay connected. Stay connected with training information, what we're doing, with what your organization is doing. It's going to help you build a business. So our last presenter for this hour is Ada Caballero. This woman really knocked it out of the park in her business, and she's fearless, absolutely fearless in how she's built her business, and she's going to share 7 deadly sins of network marketing. So Ada, go ahead.
Hola, 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 hola familia, ¿cómo están? Muchísimas gracias, Eric, por haberme invitado a este movimiento de GoPro. Estoy muy feliz de compartir unas herramientas con todos ustedes. Y bueno, yo les voy a hablar el día de hoy de los errores que nosotros cometemos, ¿verdad? Horrores que cometemos nosotros en nuestro crecimiento y en nuestro trabajo como networkers. Y te voy a hablar del primer error. Tratar de volver a un líder a alguien que no lo quiere ser. Muchas veces nosotros tenemos la necesidad y el hambre de crecer y queremos que todo el mundo sea parte de nuestro negocio, pero no todos tienen la capacidad o no todos quieren hacerlo, porque la capacidad la tiene todo el mundo cuando está disponible a aprender, pero no todo el mundo está disponible o quiere aprender. Por eso es bien importante que tú no trates de volver a un líder que no lo quieres ser, porque te vas a cansar y vas a estar cargando con esa persona que no lo quiere ser. Otro de los errores muy comunes que nosotros cometemos es no hacer las preguntas correctas al prospecto. Quizá él solamente quiere probar tu producto o tus servicios, pero tú ya lo quieres hacer un líder o quizá tú ya lo quieres ponerlo a entrenar, ya lo quieres que vaya a los entrenamientos, que ya esté conectado constantemente y la persona no quiere. Por eso haz las preguntas correctas. Esto te va a evitar dolores de cabeza, te va a evitar tiempo y vas a estar siempre feliz y ellos también van a estar felices. El error número 3 que la gente comete es no concentrarse en la importancia del producto. Necesitas conocer tu producto, necesitas saber qué se siente de tu producto o tu servicio, porque si tú no conoces tu producto, ¿cómo vas a hablar con amor, con pasión de lo que él hace, de lo que él siente? Quizá le digas a la persona, mira, este jugo sabe a piña, y cuando realmente sabe horrible, y la gente va a decir, esta persona me mintió. Pero ¿qué tal si tú dices, no hombre, esto está delicioso, sabe una mezcla de frutas? La gente hasta se lo saborea. Por lo tanto, es importante que tú sepas que a la gente no se le puede engañar. Por lo tanto, tienes que conocerlo, saber aroma, saber sabor, cómo te sientes. Igual en los servicios. Si tú no sabes explicar los servicios, la gente se molesta. Recuerda, y a la gente es a la última en que podemos engañar. Y el error número 3 es no concentrarse, el error número 4 es exagerar los resultados. ¿Sabes una cosa? La mayoría de la gente pierde porque se emociona mintiendo, exagerando, inflando lo que hace el producto, lo que hacen los servicios. exagerando en las cantidades que van a generar o decirles que este negocio es fácil o que lo van a hacer part-time o que son dueños de su tiempo. Yo te voy a decir algo. Si yo quiero el compromiso de la gente, yo le hablo con la verdad desde un principio. Porque si tú les mientes, si tú les exageras, o si tú les dices que es fácil y cuando ellos llegan se dan cuenta que no es fácil, que se requiere tiempo, dedicación para aprender y sobre todo que van a estar constantemente liderados para ellos crecer. Y si tú les dijiste todo lo contrario, se van a sentir engañados. Por lo tanto, habla con la verdad y no exageres ni los resultados del producto ni tus resultados. No le digas que tú ya generas X cantidad cuando todavía no. Es mejor que desde un principio hables. Quizá tú estés empezando este negocio y no tiene nada de malo decir que mira, juntos en este proyecto vamos a llegar al éxito si nos desarrollamos. Pero si tú le mientes y cuando esta persona se dé cuenta que no conoces de esta industria y que tus resultados no son lo que les dijiste, créeme que la decepción es grande. Por lo tanto, no cometas ese error. Error número 5, promover que esto es libertad de tiempo y que lo va a poder hacer cuando quiere y como él quiera. Si es verdad que como networkers nosotros tenemos la oportunidad de decidir nuestros horarios, cuando trabajamos y cuando no. Pero si tú le vendes a la persona que no va a hacer nada y que va a tener libertad de tiempo para hacer todo lo que ella quiera, déjame decirte que entonces no va a haber crecimiento en su red porque no va a haber compromiso, que al cabo yo soy dueña de mi tiempo, no necesito trabajar. No, a mí me dijeron que yo soy aquí, pues soy una empresaria y yo lo hago en mi tiempo. Y déjame decirte que si no hay el compromiso de estudiar, de salir a hacer, y esto se requiere tiempo y energía, señores. Recuerda esto, tiempo y energía. Si tú le dices que va a ser dueña de su tiempo y que aquí no va a hacer nada, por eso es que no estás generando, por eso es que no creces. Es bien importante que aquí tú le digas y promuevas que se dedica tiempo, energía, tiempo para conectarse, tiempo para duplicar, tiempo para estudiar, leer libros, escuchar audios, entrenamiento. Si tú le vendes otra forma, cuando entran y quieren tener los resultados, y de pronto se dan cuenta que necesitan más tiempo y su tiempo se está cortando, van a decir, me mintió, me engañó, y lo mismo la gente se frustra. El error número 6 es forzar un rango. No compres rangos. Es algo en lo que yo estoy en contra totalmente. Te voy a decir algo. Si tú no eres capaz de llegar a un rango y luego al siguiente y al siguiente y al siguiente, explícame, cómo tú vas a poder enseñar y duplicar a que lleguen? No toda la gente tiene para invertir. Además, déjame te digo algo. Vas a invertir una vez en un rango y el siguiente mes, ¿qué? Ya no vas a tener el rango. Y la gente también te está viendo porque tú compraste un rango, por lo tanto, mes a mes no vas a generar, nada más lo inflaste. Ese rango no existe, por lo tanto, esos cheques no van a llegar y la gente va a decir, wow, y se supone que genera y no trae. No ha cambiado su carro, no se ve un estilo. Recuerda que nuestra gente ve. Y si tú inflas el rango, inviertes y después mes a mes no calificas, te estás engañando. Y tarde o temprano la gente se da cuenta. Es mejor que tú llegues rangos sólidos, calificando mes a mes y creciendo y empujándote al siguiente y al siguiente y al siguiente nivel de tu empresa. Eso hace que tu gente crea y te siga. Es lo más importante cuando tú tomas conciencia de que tú puedes ir de A a B. Si tú no lo haces, realmente déjame decirte que lo que puede ocurrir es desastroso. No forces ni infles los rangos. Siéntete orgulloso de trabajar desde cero, porque cuando tú lo haces vas a poder explicar el camino. Recuerda que ningún ciego puede guiar a otro ciego. Y si tú no lo llegaste con trabajo y con gente real, no lo vas a poder hacer ni lo vas a poder transmitir. Y eso tarde o temprano sale a la luz, recuerda. Ahora, el error número 7 es desificar. Desificar a tus líderes, desificar a tu producto, desificar a tus compañeros. Es el error más grande y toda tu organización se puede caer. Por lo tanto, aprende a edificar. Recuerda esto, si tú edificas de la manera correcta, vas a ser edificado, porque lo que tú siembras, cosechas. Por lo tanto, si tú tienes algo que no te agrada o algo malo que decir, siempre tíralo para arriba, nunca hacia los lados ni hacia abajo. Y si no tienes nada bueno que decir, mejor mira, quédate calladito. Calladito te ves más bonito. Así es que yo espero que estos errores que son muy comunes en el multinivel no los cometas, y estoy aquí para decírtelos para que no lo hagas, porque esto mata organizaciones, mata crecimiento y necesitamos que tú crezcas. Por lo tanto, hagas el bien sin mirar a quién, y recuerda esto: siembra y cosecha, y lo que tú siembres en abundancia se te dará. Muchísimas gracias y espero esto sea de beneficio para tu crecimiento. Un beso.
So those are the 7 deadly sins of network marketing from Ada Caballero. I just love that woman. She is powerful. She's successful. She knows what she's talking about. And over the course of this second hour, we've given you a lot of information, but we have another hour to go. And I hope it's going as fast for you as it's going for me. But you still get to hear from Les Brown, Luis Purchase, Fraser Brooks, Marina Worre, Antonio Martinez, and Mr. Tony Robbins coming up. But before we get to that, we're going to take a quick break. We'll see you in just a few minutes. Welcome back to part 3 of our GoPro World Tour Spanish Speaking Edition. We've got an amazing lineup for you, and I'm going to jump right into it. The first person you're going to hear from is a living legend. He's been a dear friend of mine for 25 years, and I know you're going to get tremendous value. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Mr. Les Brown.
You have something special. You have greatness in you. Hello, I'm Les Brown, Mrs. Mamie Brown's baby boy, and I'm hungry to share a thought with you. We are in a crisis, and crises in the Chinese language means danger, but it also means opportunity. A lot of people are running scared. They say that fear has 2 meanings: forget everything and run, or face everything and rise. And that's what network marketers do. See, there are always going to be challenges in life. My favorite book says, think it not strange that you're faced the fiery furnaces of this world. You will, not you might. You will have tribulations. So let me share with you 3 things that I think would be of value to you today. Number 1, mental resolve. Listen to as many motivational messages as you possibly can. There's one I give online that's called Don't Stop. Keep on moving. It's not over until you win. It's a speech I gave in the Georgia Dome. You just go online and see Les Brown speaking in the Georgia Dome. I was scared out of my wits, but I rose to the occasion and gave the speech anyhow. And I don't even remember the speech. I was so scared. That's number 1. So you want to inundate your mind with a lot of motivational messages and read at least 30 to 40 pages of something positive every day. And turn off the television. If the world blows up, somebody will tell you about it, okay? Let me share something with you. I was checking my blood pressure after watching Fox, and it went through the roof. I said, oh my God. People say garbage in, garbage out. No, garbage in, and it stays. So if you watch a lot of television, I'm telling you what I know. It will scare the wits out of you. I got so scared. My daughter, Ona, she came in the room to see me. She said, Dad, where are you? And I had crawled under the bed. I said, I'm under here. She said, what are you doing under here? I said, I'm hiding from Corona. She said, you have lost your mind. I said, I know. To the television. It's addictive. So don't watch things that's going to scare you out of your wits. Number 2, my son has a saying, John Leslie, and it is, maximize your downtime. This is the time to review your goals. This is the time to look at what it is you want to do next and raise the bar on yourself. Engage in beginning to reinvent yourself, rethink your life, and develop a strategy that will allow you to grow through this time rather than just go through it. My daughter Ona said that gaps are from God. And so as we look at this time, that we have time to reflect on our lives, to deepen our relationships with family members and the people that we love, it's really a great opportunity to do that. We've never been in this place before. Do you hear me? I'm 75. I've never seen anything like this in my life. But we want to maximize our downtime, as John Leslie says. And the next thing that's very important, that is, you want to continue to create connections and communication, even though you're apart from the people that you're building a business with. This is a time to stay in relationship, to have conversations about just life in general. And I found some funny things on the internet that keeps me laughing. You got to laugh sometime, because this stuff that's going on right now, you can't make this stuff up. And so this is a time that you want to reach out and continue to maintain and to grow and develop your business with collaborative, achievement-driven, supportive relationships. This is no time to be in isolation. We need each other. This is a time to turn to each other rather than on each other. And here's the other thing. I want to give you a 4th bonus. Volunteer to help someone. I'm talking to you right now. I'm dealing with 4-stage cancer. And I remember when Dr. Alfred Ghost, the oncologist, said to me, Mr. Brown, you have 4th-stage cancer. I said, can you give me a second opinion? He said, yes, and you're ugly too. And then he said, you got this, man. You got this. Now, what did he do? He interrupted my thinking. How people live their lives as a result of the story they tell themselves. There are a lot of people who are saying, I can't deal with all of this. This is frightening. That's what psychologists call their self-explanatory style. You, as network marketing pros, are messengers of hope. You, when you speak, you bring people out of a dark place into the light. When you speak, you disrupt their thoughts about fear. It's a difference between having thoughts of faith in your heart or allowing the fear thoughts to possess you. And when you speak, you distract, dispute, and inspire. You distract them from their fearful thoughts and wanting to run and hide, and you inspire them to stand up and rise up during this time. Your voice is needed now. We have a vehicle that allows us to control our own personal economy and to build a legacy. You have something special. You have greatness in you. This has been Les Brown, Mrs. Mamie Brown's baby boy. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
I think Les Brown probably has the best laugh in the world. It's a contagious laugh. It's an infectious laugh. If you listen to him laugh in any language, you're going to laugh along with him. He's an amazing man, and I'm glad you got to hear from him. The next person we're going to hear from is another great field leader. His name is Luis Purchase, and he's going to teach you some social media tips and tips on how to achieve your goals. So Luis, go ahead.
Soy Luis Perches. Quiero comenzar esta breve plática agradeciendo la invitación a participar en este evento en línea a Marina y Eric Worre y a Daniel Espósito Rifai, directora de VIP. En este momento quiero comentar contigo algunas dinámicas que me han resultado sumamente efectivas para hacer mi negocio 100% desde casa, debido al aislamiento social de los últimos meses, sin necesidad de reuniones presenciales, ni viajes de promoción, etcétera, etcétera. Debo destacar que algunas de estas dinámicas las hacía ya de forma cotidiana desde antes y otras son 100% nuevas para mí. Lo primero, tomar conciencia del gran potencial que tengo de llevar mi oportunidad a cualquier persona con quien pueda conectarme por redes sociales o por plataformas de comunicación como WhatsApp o Telegram. Usualmente a diario, solamente hacía historias relacionadas a los productos de la compañía en la que participo. Y francamente, aunque siempre he sido constante en la generación de contenidos como ultrafan de los productos, percibía que esto generaba un mínimo engagement. ¿Qué comencé a hacer diferente? Comencé a generar publicaciones con productos o servicios de negocios locales y ellos, al compartir mi historia, generaron una conversación o interacción con sus seguidores y ellos eventualmente, sin necesidad de conocerlos, comenzaron a seguirme por percibir que tenemos gustos afines. Es también cuando comencé a hacer historias sobre el resto de mi día, de las otras actividades que hago, como mi ejercicio, cosas que me apasionan como cocinar, armar legos, compartir tips de cómo hacer cosas sencillas, que conseguí generar un engagement que me ha sorprendido y me ha permitido tener cientos de nuevos contactos, muchos de los cuales después de ver mis otras historias, en automático me preguntan por mis productos o negocios sin necesidad de que yo lo ofrezca a ellos. En esta etapa de aislamiento social me doy cuenta que esto fue lo que generó la magia. El postear también de forma constante y consistente sobre mi producto o negocio adicional a estos nuevos contenidos es lo que generó la magia de que esas nuevas personas comenzaran a interesarse sobre mis productos o negocio. Máxime que pueden ver en mí el testimonio de lo que ambas cosas producen en mi persona. Como ha dicho Tom Chenault en los distintos eventos de Network Marketing Pro a los que he asistido, las personas son personas y hay que tratarlas como tales. Hay que enfocarnos primero en escucharlas con plena atención y eventualmente ellos querrán escuchar lo que yo tenga para compartirles. Y es cuando yo tengo mi momento de compartir mi historia, que más allá de ver esa plática como la oportunidad de vender mi producto o firmar a alguien en mi equipo, si me conecto desde un punto genuino y sincero con esa persona vía FaceTime, Zoom, videollamada, nota de WhatsApp, mensajería de Instagram o Facebook, y lo invitas a soñar algo que le resulte desafiante, y tú mismo visualizas cómo su vida puede ser distinta si toma la opción de utilizar tus productos o servicios o se une a tu equipo, es cuando la magia sucede. Otro fue un consejo de Angel Fletcher, a quien también he tenido la fortuna de escuchar en distintos eventos de Network Marketing Pro. Ella mencionaba que a diario busca lugares distintos donde hacerse las uñas y hacerse el cabello. Si bien ni me hago las uñas ni el cabello, en este periodo de aislamiento social comencé a generar una serie de actividades a través de Zoom, Instagram, etcétera, etcétera, que me permitió ampliar el cúmulo de contactos que previamente tenía. Y esto me ha permitido sumar nuevos amigos a mi vida. Algunos de ellos ya se han convertido en consumidores de mi producto. Algunos más me han preguntado sobre mi negocio. Y sé que muchos de ellos sí o sí van a ser el puente con muchísimas personas que también serán los siguientes diamantes de mi compañía. Y lo que antes era poco frecuente para mí, el ver que un gran número de compras se hacían vía web, porque la mayoría las hacía uno a uno, ahora ya me es cotidiano el ver este tipo de correos en mi inbox. Tienes un nuevo cliente o eventualmente ya tienes a alguien nuevo patrocinado por ti, sin que haya mediado una presentación. ¿Qué hice distinto? Utilización de hashtags de forma inteligente, afines con el mercado potencial que voy a captar. Interactuar con las personas que interactúan conmigo. Platicar con ellas antes de comenzar a ofrecerles algo. Como dice Fraser Brooks, da amor antes de empezar de pensar en recibirlo. Y otra de sus grandes enseñanzas es la belleza del accionar. Si no accionas, de nada sirve aprender herramientas o crecer como persona. Otra es estar 100% presente para el creador, para tu familia, tus amigos, tu compañía, tus productos y sobre todo para ti. Organízate para que tengas tiempo para hacer todas tus actividades de forma eficiente. Ten plena conciencia de cuáles son tus prioridades a lo largo de tu día. Toma conciencia de en qué estás usando tu tiempo y con qué materiales estás llenando tu cabeza. Estas épocas de crisis son épocas de grandes oportunidades y grandes crecimientos, sobre todo para quienes tenemos la fortuna de compartir esta increíble actividad de profesionales de negocios que se basan en la generación de ingresos residuales. El éxito no llega cuando uno gana dinero, sino cuando me pongo al servicio del mayor número de personas. Y es cuando la cifra de mi pago periodo a periodo está directamente relacionada al número de personas que directa o indirectamente están teniendo una oportunidad de vida distinta o un ingreso adicional gracias a mi profesión, a mi compañía, a mi equipo, a mis productos, posiblemente a tus servicios. Algo que Eric Worre menciona desde la primera vez que tuve la posibilidad de escucharlo es la importancia de ser 100% honestos y auténticos, sin exagerar ni sobreprometer los efectos o beneficios de la utilización de productos, servicios o de hacer mi negocio. Nuestra increíble profesión es sencilla, mas no fácil. Hay que estar 100% enfocados en una meta clara, medible y cuantificable para programar mi mente como el más poderoso GPS, que al encontrar algún obstáculo recalculará de forma inmediata la ruta para conseguir mi objetivo. Y puede cambiar la ruta, mas nunca mi meta hasta que la alcance. Mi meta puede ser la meta de varias de mis personas de influencia en mi equipo, si yo me comprometo con la meta de ellas, seguramente la mía se dará en automático. Algo que yo siempre he sostenido en mi compañía es la importancia de crear el rango día a día, aún en fines de semana. Dividir el total de puntos necesarios para alcanzar el siguiente rango al que aspiro o aspiran mis líderes clave en mi equipo, entre el número de días que tiene un periodo y hacer un ligero ajuste hacia arriba, me permite verificar día a día si estoy generando o mis líderes están generando la meta diaria. Sin historias desde un punto de vista 100% responsable. Y esto me facilita llegar días previos al cierre de periodo con tiempo de margen para poder realizar los posibles sprints con acciones que apoyen la consecución de la meta. Quiero terminar esta plática con una frase de Marina Worre. Nuestra profesión es la mejor oportunidad para la persona promedio que desea ser emprendedora. Este es el regalo que tenemos para el mundo. Muchas gracias.
Well, thank you, Luis. I appreciate that very much. And since Luis talked about social media, we have another person who is a dear friend, and he's also very, very good at social media. His name is Fraser Brooks, and he wants to teach you, give you a little bit of information on 3 strategies you can use right now to improve your social media game. And also pay attention to what he's talking about, because you can take what he's talking about and apply it. If you get that social media mastery course, it's going to help you turbocharge what you are able to create in results from that social media mastery course. So, Fraser Brooks, go ahead.
Hey everyone, Fraser Brooks here coming at you from Dubai in the UAE. I hope you guys are staying safe, I hope you guys are well, and I hope you guys are keeping your sanity during these crazy times. So before I kind of get into this, I'm going to be sharing with you some stuff about social media and 3 things that you can do, a script, a strategy, and a system that you can implement right now to take you from an action faker into an action taker. I want you to make social media a part of the process. Some of you guys know it's what it's all about. Some of you guys are watching this because you're thinking, what am I going to do? I have no idea how to use social media, and I now need to know it. You maybe have been stubborn to be using it before. Maybe you were having success without using it before, and you thought, what's the point? Now it's the time for you to go all in and use this. So before I do this, I want to give a massive shout out to Eric Worre and Marina Worre for actually creating this, and the rest of the Network Marketing Pro team. So if we can all give them a big round of applause, virtual round of applause, that would be absolutely amazing. The second thing I want to do is I want you to raise your attention and pay attention to what I'm about to share with you, because you literally can finish this summit, you can finish this online experience and go away, implement what I'm about to share with you, and get results fairly quickly. Now, we can't guarantee anything in network marketing, but what I can do is if you put the effort in, the results will come in time. All right? Now, if you want to accelerate those results, listen to absolutely everything Eric and Marina have to tell you. Why? It's no coincidence that the word pro is in the word promote, is in the word produce, and is in the word progress. Because that's what they do every single day. These guys are the best in the world in the network marketing space to help you promote your product and service, to help you produce more volume and more leaders in your business, and help you progress in all aspects of your life. These guys are absolutely legendary, and there's no, for me, the word generic is Generation Eric, because without Eric, I would not have been generic coach, speaker, and trainer around the world. So I'm grateful for you, Eric. Thank you. So here we go. What I want to do is I want you to get your left hand free and your right hand free. Don't have anything in it, otherwise it's going to be a little bit dangerous. So put your phone on the side, whatever it might be. Just listen to my voice or watch me right now. Because we are going to send a ripple, we're going to send a shockwave, we're going to send a crazy fireball of energy throughout the entire world from the network marketing professionals right now. So I want you to get your left hand like this. I want you to put your right hand like this. And I want you, after 3, I'm going to give you the countdown. 1, 2, 3, go. When I say go, I want you to clap as loud and as fast as you can 10 times in a row. If you're ready, say I'm ready, although I can't hear you. You should say it anyway. 1, 2, 3, go. All right, cool. So now I hope you're feeling a little bit more fired up. I hope your energy is high, and I hope you're ready for this. Grab a piece of paper and a pen. Don't forget that a short pencil is always better than a long memory. So here we go, here we go. So Eric reached out to me the other day and he said, like, hey Fraser, would you be open to sharing a little segment on the GoPro World Tour online about social media and why people need to use it? I said, yeah, sure. So I hung up on the phone, and we hung up on the phone, we had finished our chat. I went onto a website, trends.google.com, and I made a search for work from home. Now this website, you can see it on my screen here, this website will help you find the search volume of certain keywords and phrases that people search for online. I think it actually uses the US data. You can see here, before the coronavirus, before the troubling times, before all the uncertainty, it's all kind of flat. And then look at what happened. Bang, it shoots up. More people are looking for an alternative way to make income than ever before, right? So I did another search, work from home business, because a lot of people might search work from home jobs. Work from home business, same story. You know, bit choppy at the bottom and then bang, skyrockets. Skyrockets. In fact, it's one of the only things that's skyrocketing right now with home deliveries and a couple of other services. But network marketing and working from home is now just overnight become one of the most coveted, prestigious professions anyone can have. And you're going to see when the dust settles, I'm telling you now from experience, I've been around the industry my entire life, when the markets have uncertainty, when confidence is low, when people think they're going to be going to war or they're going to be losing their jobs, that's when people start to look. When the economy dips, network marketing thrives because people want their control back. Social media is the way how you can work from home. You turn it from a belly-to-belly business to a screen-to-screen business. My belly is here, your belly is there, there's a screen or a lens in between. That's all the difference is. Now, yes, social media, you are going to need to increase your activity levels by about 10 times, right? If you speak to one person offline, you're probably going to have to speak to 10 online. If you speak to 100 offline, you're probably going to speak to 1,000 online. But it's fast and it's easy. So how do we do it? So the first up, I've got a script for you. Now, I'm going to say the script out loud, but I'm also going to put it on my screen here. So feel free to screenshot this script and send it and share it with the rest of your team. Now, there's power in numbers, guys. The more of us who sends this, number one, the more energy we're going to get out there. Number two, the more love and appreciation we're going to get there. And number three, the more we're going to create this fear of missing out, because when someone receives a similar message from 2, 3, 4, 5 people in a row, they start thinking like, I'm missing out on something. Who's telling people to send these messages? I want to do it too. And you're going to understand when I'm saying this. Now, this is something that every single one of you can send, but not everyone's going to send it. Why? Because you're staying in your head. The more you think, the more you doubt. The more you doubt, the less you do. The less you do, the more you think. There's a cycle. The more you think, the more you doubt. The more you doubt, the less you do. The less you do, the more you think. The more you think, the more you doubt. The more you doubt, the less you do. The less you do, the more you think. It's a vicious cycle. That's why overthinkers don't achieve anything, because they get stuck in their head. So I want you to make sure, I want you to say to me out loud, write it in the comments if you're able to, I'm in, or all in, or let's go, or let's go pro, right? I want you to write something like that in the comments, because here we go. This is where you start to become an action taker and not an action faker. Getting caught in the scroll hole, becoming a scroll zombie. Don't be doing that. Let's be reaching out, because here's the thing, guys. Action marketing beats attraction marketing. Right? Too many of you watching this thinking social media is all about people coming to you. No, you've still got to go out there and prospect people, right? Action marketing is faster than attraction marketing. The word action is in the word attraction. All right, so here's the script, okay? Here's the script. Hey, Mary, or Bob, don't call people who aren't Mary, Mary, please. Hey, Mary, hey, Marina, hey, Eric, hey, Bob, hey, Mary. I know this might sound crazy as we don't know each other, but I'm on a mission to fill social media with love and eliminate fear. So wanted to reach out and see if you and your family are safe during and well in these troubling times. So I'll say it again. Again, you can screenshot it up there. Hey, Mary, I know this might sound crazy as we don't know each other, but I'm on a mission to fill social media with love and eliminate fear. So wanted to reach out and see if you and your family are safe and well in these troubling times. Now, I've used this message. We tested this message before a couple of weeks ago with a group that I work with, and we found that the response that people were getting was insane. Thank you so much for that message. Isn't that so nice of you? Actually, my husband just found out he lost his job. It's a little bit stressful at the moment. Actually, I'm not really coping well with having to homeschool my kids. Like, you are getting people telling you their problems Because they're not, people, right, listen to this one. People do not share on social media what decreases their status. They only share what increases their status. Hence why people only post the best photo of themselves on social media. Hence why they put filters on. Hence why they do all these crazy things, and they're craving attention, followers, and engagement. If you're going to court, you don't do a video going, hey everyone, just going to court. I hope I get away with it. I really hope I get away with it. Wish me luck. I'm so proud of myself for going to court. No, no one does that. No one does that. So we need to make sure that because people aren't going to go, oh, I've just lost my job. Anyone can help. Can anyone help me out? No, but they're going to tell you in conversations in the messenger. So send that script. Number 2 is a strategy. Oh, I'm really excited for this one. This is where we really turn up the love and really turn up the profession in network marketing. I'm going to share with you a post that you can do right now, or as soon as this GoPro World Tour finishes, where you can literally do this. Are you ready? I hope you're ready. I really hope you're ready. Because if we all do this, we are going to fill our feed with love and gratitude, and it will knock out all the fear and all the rubbish that's getting put out there. So here we go. I'm going to put it on my screen for you guys to be able to screenshot. I am grateful for blank. I am grateful for blank. What are you grateful for? Question mark. Now, some of you guys might have seen this on social media already because I did this a couple of weeks ago, but it just went absolutely nuts, and the response people were getting was insane. I am grateful for, my one is I am grateful for all my network marketing friends providing love and light to others in need. That's it. You could go, I am grateful for all my friends, for the time I'm spending with my friends and family during these times. What are you grateful for? I am grateful for my work from home income. What are you grateful for? I am grateful for my health. What are you grateful for? I am grateful for all the health professionals. What are you grateful for? People will come out the woodwork and tell you what you are grateful for. You can then have a conversation with them in the messenger. Now, a lot of you guys are going to want to then promote your product and service. Now, I have no problem with you doing that, but you have to seek permission before you get a commission. Do you have to say, hey, would you be open? Hey, I'm just curious. Would you be open to checking out some information on a game-changing product I use? No worries if not. I just thought I would ask. Hey, just curious, would you be open to checking out some more information on a way to make money on social media? No worries if not. I just thought I would ask, right? I've only got good at the language and what to say and use because of one guy, Eric Worre. I read his books. I listen to what he says. I listen to his podcasts. I watch everything he does in the GoPro Academy. I go to his events. Everything that guy says and does will help you succeed. He puts the pro into promote. He puts the pro into produce. He puts the pro into helping you progress. He puts the pro into professional, obviously, too. So here we go. The system. The system. So we've got the script. We've got the strategy. Now we need the system. The system is something that I call FAM. That's find, add, message. I share this all over the world. I've shared it in tons of different countries now. And it's simple. It's how you grow your list and never run out of people to talk to. You find someone on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on TikTok, on MySpace. I don't even know. Everyone was friends with Tom at one point. But you find them, you add them, and then you don't pray to Mr. and Mrs. Universe, oh, please, Mr. and Mrs. Universe, please let Tom see my friend request and then send me a message saying, oh, please help me out. I see you're involved in network marketing. No. You find Tom, you add Tom, and then you message Tom the script that I've just sent you. Hey, Tom, I know we don't know each other. This might be a little bit crazy. But I'm on a mission to fill social media with love and eliminate fear. So I wanted to reach out to see how you and your family are doing during these troubling times. That's it. Now here's the thing. What I want you to do right now is I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to imagine the most beautiful dessert that you could possibly ever think. Maybe it's, I'm a big fan of fruitcake. Maybe it's a fruitcake. Maybe it's a chocolate cake. Maybe it's a cheesecake. Whatever it might be, you can even let me know in the comments once you've opened your eyes what your favorite cake is. And that is what you have to offer to people in network marketing. Your product is so delicious. Your company is so incredible. Your opportunity is so amazing. Just like this piece of cake that I've got in front of me right now. You put the fork or the spoon in it and the melted chocolate drizzles down and forms a puddle in the middle of the plate. But you know what you guys are doing? You're picking your nose and wiping it in the chocolate cake and then handing it over to someone. No one wants the chocolate cake with a picked nose and a load of bogeys in it. Sorry for going there. If any of you are eating whilst watching this, I apologize. Why are you doing that? You've got something so special. So you find, add, message people, you ask permission to get a commission, and then you introduce them to your product, your service, or your opportunity. Do not put your business and your progress on pause. This is the best time ever for you to learn a new skill. Up-level your skills in network marketing. Congratulations to every single one of you for being here right now, tuning into this summit and this online experience that Eric and Marina and the rest of the Network Marketing Pro team have put together. Please do me a huge favor. Please listen to everything Eric and Marina have got to tell you and the other speakers, because they're here for one reason, and that reason is to help you get the progression that you deserve in your life. Perfection is impossible. Progression is possible for everyone. If I've been able to do it, you'll be able to do it. Eric and Marina are going to teach you how to do that too. I hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you so much. And with that being said, I hope you guys are well, safe, stay blessed, and keep your sanity out there. Go grow. You've got this. Let's do network marketing. Let's go and do the network marketing profession proud. See you soon. Bye-bye.
All right, so that's some information from Fraser, and I hope you're getting excited about the social media aspect because it's been a game changer, especially when people are socially distancing and people are working from home. Social media has become more and more important. You need to make sure that your skills are at a high level when it comes to social media. So next, you get to hear from my better half. She has led the charge as far as helping to feature and promote women inside of network marketing. She's the CEO of Network Marketing Pro. She's my bride. Please welcome Ms. Marina Worre.
Thank you, Eric, for such a great introduction. And you know, one of the questions that a lot of people are asking us during these uncertain times is, how do you lead? How you talk to people? How do you approach people? Because, you know, a lot of people, yes, of course, we live in such an uncertain time where people are worried about their health, where people are worried about their future. A lot of people lost their jobs. Eric and I, we live in Las Vegas, and as you guys probably know, majority of Las Vegas businesses are casinos, and all the people that are involved in different jobs inside of the casinos, bars, restaurants, housekeeping, shows, all of those things. And because of the pandemic, all of those businesses were shut down. So a lot of those people lost their jobs. And on one side, they're looking for a solution. And I understand when network marketers come to me and say, how do I talk to all these people? They don't have money. They are scared. They are worried. How do I talk to them? How do I approach them so I don't sound salesy? And at the same time, people are coming to me with the objection that they don't have money because they don't know how they will be able to afford to pay that mortgage, to bring the food to their table. So this is kind of like a very challenging situation. And what I tell to all the distributors is, here's the thing. People do business with people, and you need to understand, yes, at a certain point, they thought that they have a job security, right? They thought that their employer will provide for their future. But now when we see that that was not so certain, that job was not so secure, and now people are more open for different options and different opportunities. As you guys probably know, the searches online about business from home or create additional income or substitute my job, those searches increase dramatically because people understand the security they had before, it's not existent anymore, and they still need to find a way to bring the food to their table, to still take care and provide for the roof over their heads. So I think if you talk to people and be honest, I know that as network marketers, we love to overstate. We love to say, oh, you know what? My product is amazing. Or my opportunity, you're going to be rich tomorrow. And a lot of other nonsense that, here's the thing. We don't have to overstate. We don't have to over exaggerate neither our products, neither our opportunity, because the truth is good enough. What we have inside of network marketing is good enough. If you talk to your prospects and tell them, hey, listen, I can show you how you can make extra $200, $300, $500 a month. That can help you to bring that food to the table. That can help you potentially pay that credit card debt. That can help you to afford your mortgage, because that's what people are looking for right now. Yes, kind of like becoming a millionaire sounds sexy, and a lot of people at some point might be open to that idea, how to make big 6 figures or even 7-figure income. But right now, people are not thinking that way. Right now, they're taking care of immediate needs is what most important. So if you show them their, through the hard work, through learning the skills, becoming network marketing professional, how you can start making those smaller income, those smaller amounts of money every single month. And then later, if you decide to invest and develop yourself, develop your mindset, develop the skills necessary, you can become a 6-figure earner. You can become a 7-figure earner. And you can tell all these people, if they decide to lock arms with you moving forward, then you will show them the way. You will show them the path. But in the meantime, those are their immediate needs, and you can help them to fulfill those needs. But as long as you're leading with heart, as long as you're leading with love, and as long as you're truly trying to help those people, because if you're going to your prospects and you're acting as a hunter and you're trying to get somebody, that's where the challenge comes in. That's when they feel that you're sounding salesy. That's when they feel hunted and they want to run away. But if you're coming from the perspective, knowing what are the challenges we're all facing everywhere around the world, that you want to help, that you want to help them to create that a little additional income, that their family can have a little bit of certainty to move forward in the future when the things get a little bit back to normal, whatever that normal going to be. So if you're acting from that standpoint with that desire to truly help, people will be more open to you and your opportunity. And one of the important things inside of this environment, or any other time really, is to think about that you need to be really mindful of what is the information that you're allowing into your head. What are you listening to? What are you watching? I know that right now, all the media and everything that we hear constantly is scary. It's a lot of negative information. Most of the time, it's basic messages. Sky is falling and UFO are about to take over our world, and, pink monkeys are jumping on planet Earth and we're all going to die tomorrow. And here's the thing. If you listen to that kind of a message over and over and over, you're going to start believing it. And that has a huge effect. And deeply, I know even with my own self, if I have the news station kind of like on the background as a noise constantly dripping into my head, I already start feeling that anxiety, that stress inside of my body. And because of that, I cannot think clearly. Because of that, I cannot innovate. Because of that, I cannot work, because I'm overwhelmed with fear and anxiety. And that's what I want to encourage all of you guys. You have to protect your mind from negative. And at the same time, yes, you're protecting it from negative, but what do you do with it? You need to feed it on the other side with positive information. So I hope this event right now is something that can give you some skills, some ideas, and some hope how to move forward. And on the other side, different products, surrounding yourself with different mentors who can help you to see a bigger picture, who can help you and, exceed your vision, your mind, and create bigger goals and create a better game plan. Because one way or the other, that this pandemic and the situation that we're all in, it's going to be over. And if you have as a business plan, you know, cross my fingers and hope for the best, and that's your business strategy right now, I don't think it's a good strategy. But if you come up with the game plan, develop new skills. What are you going to come out from this pandemic? What are the skills? What are the mindset? The next level? What are those things that you will learn? What are the things that you're going to get better at during these challenging times, and how you can build your team bigger and faster and more effective? Because I know that a lot of companies, even though we live in unprecedented times, a lot of the companies had their best month in or several months now in a row, because people are open for opportunities, because they are looking and actively searching for answers. And that's what we entrepreneurs do. We adapt. I mean, could anybody predict that this virus gonna take over the world? I mean, probably not, maybe in some scary movies, but at the same time, we entrepreneurs know that things are not always gonna go as well as they plan. Even though we really, really want to sometimes, you know, for us to have a clean slate, and we're just gonna go and run with that, and it's all gonna be perfect. But we know life is more likely like a roller coaster. You know, we're going to have ups and we're going to have downs and we're going to have ups and downs. And that's life. That's what we experience pretty much on a daily basis. But our job as entrepreneurs is to adapt to the circumstances, is to adapt when we can climb the mountain and when we can accelerate and we can become better. And there are also going to be times when we need to, when we can take rest, we can go into the management mode. But, you know, one of the things, because I've been an entrepreneur my entire life. I started my own business when I was 18 years old. I joined my first network marketing company when I was 21. But even when I started my own business, I already kind of like, yes, I had a great business idea and I was excited about it and I wanted to start. And here's the thing, those of you who are entrepreneurs or ever had your own business, you know that idea is wonderful, but then when you start executing, a lot of the moving parts and pieces that come to in order for you to launch the business, it's a very, very complex thing. So I had to find a location, I had to do construction, I had to find where I'm going to be buying the products. And remember, I was 18 years old. So at that time, I decided that I will be retailing a very famous Italian brand in Ukraine. So I had to go and convince that large organization why they have to work with me, with the 18-year-old. And I had to work on the transportation of those goods, on the customs, on licensing, getting all the permits, all of those things. And that was just the beginning, because then I had to find people. Then I had to kind of like make that business work. So owning your own business is hard. It's a complex organization. Any business you want to open, if it's a bakery or if it's a little dry cleaning shop or whatever it might be, there are a lot of moving parts that goes into it. The beauty of network marketing is all of that heavy lifting is done for you. All the production of the products or services that you're selling, the compensation structure where company is taking care of paying your commissions. You don't have to worry about paying your team members. Company does it. Company is responsible for shipping the products, for innovating, for marketing, for taking care of all the HR and legal. Companies do all of those things for you. Your job is to bring your leadership, is to bring your excitement, is to bring your passion and go to work. So one of the things I think that we forget a lot inside of our profession, that network marketing gives you the entrepreneurial opportunities and at the same time has a little kind of like hand-holding and helping you because of that support that companies are carrying on their shoulders where you don't have to do. Because as an entrepreneur myself, as the CEO of our company, when the whole Corona thing hit so hard, we had to adjust, we had to adapt and see how we can live in this new norm. When people had to close their businesses, fire a lot of the employees, how are you going to survive? So as a business owner, Eric and myself, we had to go through some of those questions and in some cases make some tough decisions and cut our expenses. And your companies, of course, they had the same concerns and worries and the actions that they took in order to preserve your opportunity. You, on the other side, you don't have to worry about those things. You can continue to do your work and not worry about that you need to fire half of your company and you have huge overhead and you still have a storage full of stuff and you don't know how to pay for it and you have mortgages for huge facilities and the production line of your products and services. Do you see where I'm getting with this? You have the most amazing part of the entrepreneurship where you have no ceiling above your head, where you can make as much money as you really want to inside of our profession, and all the heavy lifting is done by the companies. All of that risks is taken care of by the companies. And right now, during these uncertain times, it's a big, big deal. So when you go to your prospects and when you talk to them, you can ask them, have you ever wanted to be an entrepreneur? Have you ever thought about potentially being in business for yourself? But you were scared because you are not potentially qualified or you don't have enough money to raise to start a big business, or you don't have the expertise or experience to run a large organization. Well, guess what? My company has that opportunity because they do all the work, majority of the work, and you and I bring our passion, bring our excitement, and with a very small investment, you can become an entrepreneur and be in business for yourself. So in my opinion, network marketing wins over traditional business ownership every single day. And as a part of it, you need to remember that you are the business. You know, you are your biggest asset. So as much as you possibly can invest in you, that's what it's going to make a huge difference. Because like I said, some people during this time right now, they're crossing fingers and hoping for the best. They hope that somebody gonna come and rescue them. The vaccine, the cure, all of those things gonna make their life better. Yes, they will in certain extent, but nobody gonna be going and prospecting for you. You have to get off the couch and talk to people, because that's what we do in our business. We talk to people. We have to make sure that we keep the conversation going so people learn a little bit about our products or services, so people learn about our opportunities. And of course, they're going to have questions, and of course, some of them may have some objections, and your job as a professional to guide them through the process. But in order for you to guide them through that process professionally, you have to develop your skills. You have to become better. You have to know how to talk to people more effectively so they don't feel hunted, so they can relate to you and they can feel that you are their friend, that you are the coach. You are a mentor for them who can help them and create a better future for themselves. So remember, there is not enough money that you can invest in you. Because like I said, you are your biggest asset. I am my biggest asset, and Eric as well. So we both understand that continuing our personal development, continuing to surround ourselves with great thinkers, with mentors and big visionaries who can help us to expand our vision. Because that's why Eric and I, on annual basis, we invest multiple six figures in us. Because I know in order for me to come and fill your cup, like even through this online event, I have to have somebody to help me to fill my cup. I have to have somebody who can help me stretch my imagination, who can help me to become better so I can continue to provide better services, so I can continue as a leader inside of our profession to bring you more value on a daily basis. So remember, you are your biggest asset. And inside of network marketing, I do believe that we have a gift. Because like I said, we can cater to a lot of different communities and a lot of different needs that people have. If they want to make $200, $300, $500 extra dollars a month, we can show them how to do that. If they want to create a multiple 6- and 7-figure income, we can show them how with time, perseverance, dedication, consistency, they can develop the skills and the mindset necessary to be successful. So I know that millions of people, especially during these challenging times, are praying every single night for a solution, praying for somebody to come and tell them, hey, I have an opportunity for you, or I think this will benefit you, or my product can make your life a little bit easier and a little bit better because of different benefits that it has. And with my financial opportunity, I can show you how to make a little bit or how to make a lot. So remember that we do have the gift, that with the minimum investment, people can have unlimited upside if they really work hard. But guess what? Network marketing can deliver on a lot of its promises, but you have to deliver to network marketing first. You have to decide to become a network marketing professional. You have to decide to learn the skills and develop those skills in order to be a successful leader. You need to decide how to learn how to lead and how to build large organizations so you can share that gift with the world in the most professional way. So I'm super excited that you guys decided to spend all this time with us. I hope you got some great ideas. I hope you got some value. I love seeing you even through the camera. And I hope that at some point when the live event's gonna be back on, we can see and hug and kiss each other and have a lot and build a lot of emotions and create great memories together. But until that, make sure you're taking notes because there is a lot more great content coming up. All right? Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.
Well, thank you, Marina. Well done, as always. I didn't expect anything different. Our next presenter is a young man that I originally met a few years ago when he was really struggling, and he went from struggling to a superstar $1 million a year earner in just a few years, following what we train inside of Network Marketing Pro, also attending some of our events. He really changed the game, and he's here to provide some great information on how you can become a better leader inside of your business. Please welcome Mr. Antonio Martinez.
Hola, ¿qué tal amigos? Gracias. Gracias a todas las personas por darme esa buena energía, esa buena vibra. Gracias a todas las personas que estáis conectadas, pero yo, más que darte las gracias, quiero darte la enhorabuena. Hoy estás haciendo una acción extraordinaria para provocar esos resultados extraordinarios. Y quiero decirte varias cosas. No tengo mucho tiempo, pero espero aportarte ese granito de arena para llevar tu negocio al próximo nivel. No sé cuántas personas de aquí realmente tienen hambre, cuántas personas de aquí realmente están dispuestas a llevar sus vidas al próximo nivel. No sé cuántas personas de aquí tenéis tomada la decisión de hacer la milla extra. De en este mes provocar que las cosas sucedan y ser un ejemplo tanto para vuestro entorno como para vuestro equipo como para vuestra compañía. Quiero que me lo digáis por el chat. Ahora bien, imagínate que no solo tú tomas esa decisión, que más personas de tu equipo de trabajo toman esa decisión. Quiero darte un tip para que conectes al máximo número de personas de tu equipo de trabajo. Y lo que vas a hacer es que vas a hacer un screenshot. Vas a hacer un screenshot a la pantalla y les vas a preguntar si están conectados. Les vas a confirmar que tú estás conectado y después les vas a mandar el link. Por si acaso hay alguien que no está conectado. ¿Estás conmigo? Te quiero preguntar si realmente estás dispuesto a hacerlo. Porque yo voy a poner una cara y tú vas a hacer un screenshot y tú espero que se lo pases a todo el mundo. Así que a la de 3, 1, 2 y 3. ¡Ching! No, era una broma, pero al final esa acción que vas a tomar ahora probablemente provoque que más personas de tu equipo de trabajo se conecten. Y si más personas de tu equipo de trabajo hoy, después de escucharme a mí o después de escuchar a todos los ponentes, toman la decisión de llevar esa milla, ese negocio al próximo nivel, tu negocio se irá al próximo nivel, porque recuerda que en esta industria, cuanto más dinero gane tu equipo de trabajo, más dinero vas a ganar tú, y eso es lo más bonito que tiene esta industria. Ahora bien, vamos a empezar y quiero empezar dándole las gracias a Eric Worre. Gracias, Eric, por todo lo que haces por la industria, y gracias, Eric, por confiar en mí, por creer en mí y por darme esta oportunidad. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Marina, and thank you to all GoPro team. Gracias a todas esas personas que durante estos años han estado conmigo, durante estos años han aportado su granito de arena en hacer de la persona que tú estás viendo hoy. Probablemente me conozcas, probablemente no me conozcas, pero quiero confesarte que soy una persona normal y corriente igual que eres tú. Pero un día tomó la decisión de dar esa milla extra. Un día tomó la decisión en firme de llevar su negocio al próximo nivel. Un día aprovechó todas las oportunidades que me daba la vida para marcar esa diferencia. Y eso es de lo que te quiero hablar hoy. Muchas veces se nos ponen situaciones delante de la mesa y no lo valoramos. Muchas veces se nos ponen situaciones y decimos, bueno, ya lo haré, ¿no? Quiero hacerte esta reflexión. ¿Cuántas personas conocemos en nuestro entorno que nos han dicho en abril voy a hacer una maratón? Y después de decir en abril voy a hacer una maratón, posteriormente nos dicen voy a entrenar lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves y viernes, descansaré sábado y domingo, pero luego volveré a entrenar lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves y viernes. Salen a entrenar el lunes, salen a entrenar el martes, el miércoles posponen ese entrenamiento, el jueves posponen ese entrenamiento, pero el viernes ya no salen, el lunes no salen, el martes no salen y el miércoles nos reunimos con ellos y nos dicen creo que no voy a hacer la maratón de abril, voy a hacer la maratón de agosto porque ahora tengo muchas cosas en la cabeza, ahora tengo muchas cosas que hacer. Si te has sentido identificado con esa historia, quiero que de verdad lo anotes, seas consciente de que muchas veces postergamos muchas cosas porque no somos capaces de darle esa prioridad. Yo quiero decirte que se te van a poner situaciones para que tengas la oportunidad de dar esa milla extra y tienes que aprovecharlas. Tienes que ser un ejemplo para tu entorno y tienes que ser un ejemplo para tu equipo de trabajo, porque hoy tienes que ser el líder. Hoy, si estás aquí conectado, es para que de verdad tomes la decisión de ser un líder, de verdad tomes la decisión de marcar la diferencia y de provocar que las cosas sucedan, de que lideres con el ejemplo, de que le digas a tu equipo de trabajo, tanto si vas a subir de rango como si vas a ser una referencia en tu compañía o si vas a ganar una competición que haya puesto tu compañía, que lo vas a hacer y que quieres saber con cuántas personas de tu equipo de trabajo cuentas. Hoy es el día en el que tú tienes que marcar la diferencia. Quiero confesarte algo. Yo tengo una ecuación en esta industria. Yo tengo una ecuación que ha determinado y que ha catapultado mi éxito. Y esa ecuación es la siguiente, es muy fácil. Y es que tú tienes que adquirir creencia. Tienes que adquirir creencia en la industria, tienes que adquirir creencia en tu compañía, tienes que adquirir creencia en tu producto y tienes que adquirir creencia en tu plan de compensación. Esa creencia te va a provocar una seguridad y esa seguridad te va a provocar unos resultados. Ahora bien, lo único que vas a tener que hacer es hacer que tu equipo de trabajo adquiera la misma creencia que tienes tú. Cuando tu equipo adquiera esa creencia, tengan esa seguridad y provoquen sus resultados provocarán tus resultados. Sé que lo he dicho muy rápido, pero es que no tengo mucho tiempo y quiero que de verdad aportarte el máximo valor posible. Así que quiero decirte que hoy, mañana, pasado, en algún momento vas a tener la oportunidad de marcar la diferencia en tu negocio. Vas a tener la oportunidad de crear un momentum en tu negocio y espero y deseo que lo aproveches. Quiero decirte que algo que catapultó mi éxito fue una vez que hice un reclutamiento masivo en un corto periodo de tiempo, generé ese equipo de trabajo rápido y eso provocó que mi equipo de trabajo, que me había visto hacer cosas, no hacer cosas, relajado, me vio tan enfocado que ellos empezaron a hacerlo. Cuando mi equipo empezó a hacer lo mismo que yo había hecho, empezamos a tener todos resultados. Entonces, quiero decirte que hoy eres un ejemplo para tu equipo de trabajo. Que hoy, lo que tú hagas, todo tu equipo te va a estar viendo. Y que si tú le dices a tu equipo de trabajo que vas a hacer algo y lo haces, te vas a ganar su respeto, su admiración, pero sobre todo, probablemente más de uno lo hagan. Y cuando ellos lo hagan y ellos tengan los resultados, tú vas a tener más resultados. Y no hay nada más bonito que ayudar a que la gente tenga resultados que provoquen tus resultados. Y ese es el mensaje que quiero darte hoy. El mensaje que quiero darte hoy es que tú eres el único responsable de tu vida, que tú eres el responsable de llevar tu vida del ordinario a lo extraordinario y que juntos podemos hacer que este mundo sea mejor, porque nosotros somos líderes. No sé y no soy consciente de que en ninguna compañía haya malos rollos, que en ninguna compañía, si tú tienes problemas, te tiren para abajo. No conozco ninguna oportunidad en el mundo entero en el que la gente no esté contenta. Si algo tengo que destacar de la industria del network marketing es que todo el mundo estamos contentos, es que todo el mundo estamos felices y que todo el mundo estamos pro ayudar al prójimo. Da igual que sea de nuestra compañía, da igual que no sea de nuestro equipo de trabajo, siempre que alguien te pida ayuda, estoy seguro que la vas a dar. Y eso es lo que tenemos que hacer. Tenemos que ser un ejemplo para la sociedad, porque el mundo nos necesita, el mundo necesita líderes como tú. Y si hoy estás tú aquí conectado, lo único que te voy a pedir es que realmente aproveches esta conferencia, aproveches estas formaciones para llevar tu negocio al próximo nivel. Porque no va a haber nadie más que tú que lo haga. Y ese es el mensaje que tengo que darte. Gracias, estoy encantado de haber estado aquí, estoy encantado de haber compartido este corto periodo de tiempo contigo, pero me encantaría verte en algún evento, me encantaría verte algún día y que me digas, vi tu conferencia, vi tu formación y ese día tomé la decisión de llevar mi negocio al próximo nivel, lo hice, más personas de mi equipo de trabajo lo hicieron conmigo y hoy estoy a tu lado siendo un $1 Million Hall of Fame. Ojalá y te deseo todo el éxito del mundo y decirte que estamos juntos en esto y que vamos a provocar que las cosas sucedan. Así que me tengo que despedir. Quiero darle las gracias otra vez a Eric Worre por poner este tipo de eventos, por realmente marcar la diferencia en la industria. Gracias a cada una de las personas por haberme escuchado y deciros que juntos tenemos un gran futuro, pero que tenemos que ser responsables y tenemos que provocar que las cosas sucedan. No seas de esos que pospongan tu éxito, sé esos que provocan tu éxito. Gracias y nos vemos pronto. Me tengo que despedir con mi único y genuino ¡Yes! Chao, chao, chao. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you very much, Antonio. And this whole information, I hope it's gone as quickly for you as it's gone for us. It's exciting to be able to provide this to you and celebrate network marketing. Celebrate the decision you've made to change your life and help other people do the same with theirs. It's exciting to be able to do that together, and I hope you've enjoyed it. Well, we saved one of the best for last. Mr. Tony Robbins is obviously a global thought leader. He's spoken at many of our events. He's another great friend to not only ourselves, but to network marketing in general. So he has a special message for you. And also we have some highlights from some of his previous speaking at GoPro Recruiting Mastery. So check out Mr. Tony Robbins.
Not interested in pumping somebody up or being inspired. I think those things are really important, don't get me wrong, but inspiration without strategy is worthless. And the fact that you're here and that you have all made the jump that most people in the masses will never make. You've bet on yourself. You bet on yourself, you've got courage, you've got faith, you've got some determination, but more importantly, you're working to be a professional. You wouldn't have come here, traveled across the country or the world unless you're really committed to that. And it's what's missing from your industry and you know it. The beauty of your business, the magnificence of your business is you're in a place where you can get into a business and you don't have to do all the parts of the business. You all know it, right? I'm sure you use the phrase, you know, in business for yourself but not by yourself. Someone else gets to figure out how to create the product and service, how to make sure the production line is running, make sure the accounting is occurring, all of those things that wipe out most businesses. And most of you I know, I'm sure know, that most businesses fail. And you picked an industry, though, where you can get in for $100. And you and I both know this is a business, and you're going to have to run it as a business. Right now, most of you are business operators. You're good people, you're committed, you're driven, you're hungry, you care. How many of you got in this business because you really love the product or service and you want to change people's lives? How many are in that place? Say I. I saw what Eric was doing, working to really make this where people see it as a profession, run it as a business, and that inspired me. That's why I came by as well. He's shown you what to do. The people around you have shown you what to do. The people in your organization that are incredible role models. They've all started, most of them with nothing, and really lived that dream of every entrepreneur. And you got a business that's actually, you've been smart. You don't have to do the whole business, so your chance of success is much greater, better than it would be in any other business. And the reason we fail is because we give up too soon, because inside of our head, we think we're not supposed to have these problems. Recruiting is the easiest thing in the world when you're in a great state. People come up to you. I'm offering you an easier way to build your business. And the easier way is to be just more real. And when people feel something like that that's authentic, that they want to be a part of. And I really believe that the biggest challenge for the industry you're in is there's so many people in such scarcity, they're trying so hard that they push people away. If you're pulled to a place like this, you're hungry. You have the most important ingredient to life. If you ask me, out of all the people I've met in life, what is the one character trait that guarantees lifelong success? If it's kept alive, it's hunger. If you can find a way to do more for others than anybody else around you, you will have the money. How many got some big dreams? Great. Hey, Network Marketing Pro community, it's Tony. Listen, guys, I've spent a few years visiting with you guys, and Eric told me he was doing this kind of digital program for you since everybody has to stay at home, and I just asked me if I just send you a quick message. So first of all, hello. I send you my love during these crazy times of uncertainty. I mean, we're in an unprecedented time right now, so I hope you're home with your family and you're taking care of yourself, you're taking care of the people that you love, and I hope you're following all the rules that the government and medical professionals are sharing with you. But I just also want to put some things in perspective. We are not weak, we meaning humanity. We are not, this is not something you have to worry about. Is it the end times, is it life or death? Because when things get crazy like this and social media goes crazy, people start putting out every story known to man. And I've seen more fear than I've seen in years. So I just want to reach out to you and call to you as a leader. Leaders don't follow the culture, they create their own. A leader doesn't let somebody just get in their head. They get in their own head and they direct themselves. And in times of uncertainty like this is like wintertime. I've always taught people, all my business owners, listen, you got to be made for winter. There's 4 seasons you could be born in. You can be born in winter. That's when nothing seems to work. It's cold and it's harsh and you're giving your all and there seems like there's no rewards. The beginning of any business feels like winter, but sometimes the economy is in winter too. And in this kind of time, we've got more of the psychology creating an economy that might be in winter. But the most successful people do well in winter. If you look at the Fortune 1000 and say, when were they born? Like winter, tough time. Spring, great thing about what follows winter is always spring. Winter's not forever. Good times are coming. They will come again, no matter how scary it seems. It always happens. After the night comes the daytime. You don't have to worry. If you were God, wouldn't you set it up that way? How cool is that? But look, after winter, there's spring, there's growth, there's opportunity. And you grow and you plant seeds. And then you get to the summertime where it's hot and kind of sweaty. And you're like, where's my reward? Where's my plant? And you just planted the seed. But if you make it through all 4 seasons, you'll get yourself to the fall, right? To where all of a sudden it's autumn and everything's beautiful colors and the fruits on the trees and your rewards are there. But if you don't plant in the springtime because you're lazy or you're tired or you're fearful, you're going to be weeping in the fall, not reaping in the fall. And so my mindset is, of all the 4 seasons you could be born into as a business, you look at the Fortune 1000, the most successful companies on earth, 65% of them were born in the wintertime, in a recession or a depression, right? Look at Disney, look at IBM, look at Chevron, look at Standard Oil, look at Federal Express, look at Whole Foods, all these, I could go on and on and on, Microsoft, Apple, all born in either recession or depression. And if you do well in that time, you will crush it everywhere else. And in network marketing, you need to have certainty to be able to touch other people. And right now, with all this disruption of people's employment and jobs and opportunities, this could be the best time of your entire life if you manage your own head. When I say manage your own head, my teacher Jim Rohn used to say, stand guard at the door of your mind every day. I said, what do you mean? I'll never forget, he said, Tony, it's like, think of it like it's coffee. He said, you don't want anything getting in your coffee. He said, what if your worst enemy drops sugar in your coffee? I'd say, well, then you have sweet sugar or sweet coffee. He goes, that's right. He said, what if your best friend or a family member by accident drops 1 drop of strychnine in your coffee? I go, you'd be dead. He goes, that's right. So watch your coffee because life is both sugar and strychnine. When you listen to the news all day long, it'll poison you. Become a leader. Great ideas are not going to interrupt you. They have to be pursued. So if you really want to do well during this time, you got to really feed your mind. That doesn't mean do that instead of working. It just means you need a portion of your day, 30, 45 minutes where you're going to feed your mind. You're going to pursue great ideas. You're going to listen to an audio program or watch some video, something that's going to strengthen you instead of listening to the same story over and over again until you're hypnotized like everybody else into doing nothing and giving up. Leadership comes from having certainty. Certainty comes from feeding that mind, pursuing those ideas, looking for what can make the difference. So my message to you is during this time, even while you're still home, create momentum, start feeding your mind, strengthening it, designing your plans. So when the season changes, when springtime shows up, instead of being behind, you're ready to rock and roll. You're ready to crush it. Make sense? Good. Well, I hope I get to see you guys again sometime soon. And just remember, again, we're resilient. We can handle this. 650,000 people die every year of the flu. It's horrible, but they do every single year. We're not even scratching the surface of that with this coronavirus. In America, 35 to 80,000 people die of the flu every year. This year, U.S. News and World Report, if you're living in America, has an article. The title is the virus you should be afraid of. It's called Influenza A and B. It's normal flu. 36 million people have it. There have been 200,000 office visits, or hospital visits, I should say, in the last 3.5 months this year in the U.S. for the flu, the normal flu. We've had 22,000 people die in the last 3.5 months. That dwarfs anything coronavirus, and we've all made it through it. We're going to make it through this too. Feed your mind, strengthen, take massive action, create momentum, and make this the time that you're made for so you can serve other people, serve yourself, and serve your family. Till I see you again soon, live strong and live with passion.
Well, thank you very much, Tony. You are a legend, and thanks for bringing the value here. We really, really appreciate it. Now, listen, as we kind of conclude here, I want to tell you a couple things. One is I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for being here. I'm proud of you for watching. I'm proud of you for taking notes. I'm proud of you for making the decision to become involved in network marketing. I'm proud of you for facing your fear. Second thing I will tell you is to challenge you. Make sure that you move heaven and earth to figure out a way to take advantage of this special offer that we made to you today. How to recruit 20 people in 30 days, social media mastery, how to overcome objections, the social media calendar, all those things wrapped into that special package, like a 60, 70% discount to be able to get that either paid in full or a payment plan, either one. But take a step in your education. Take a step in moving forward with your skills because you're worth it. Make sure you click on that button and take advantage of it. And lastly, I want to show you a quick kind of video recap that we originally played at our last GoPro Recruiting Mastery event. It's from an artist named Estelle, and it's a song called Conqueror. So to close this all out, I want you to take a look at this video, and I want you to think about your future in network marketing and think about the lives that you're going to impact by the decisions you're making today. So check out Conqueror. It's emotional, it's exciting, but more than anything else, it provides some inspiration and passion to what it is that we do. And what we do is important work. You're a part of that important work. You've got a calling on your life. There's a mission to your life. Expand your vision. Think bigger. Be stronger. Move faster. It's your turn. It's your time. And that's what we have for you today. The GoPro World Tour. Until we get to see you face to face, go out there and change the world. Take care, everybody.